Good morning, everyone. Yes, it's ridiculously early. It's ridiculously early. My missus has a hospital appointment today for like a routine checkup on something, nothing dramatic. But we thought it was at 9:30. Well, she thought it was at 9:30, and she double-checked the appointment last night, and it turns out it's 2:30. So I'm streaming for a little bit now, and then I'll probably stream for a bit when we get back. But it's like an hour's drive away. Even if it takes half an hour, I won't be home till 4, so I'm going to struggle to fit in a stream today. Normally, I'd just be like, fuck it, I'll just start at 4 or 5 or not at all. But I'm only on today and tomorrow, and then I'm kind of done. So I kind of need to do around 7-8 hours like normal, you know. So, yeah, that's why I'm here. Hope you're all good. Just going to try and find a server to play in. Let's go with that.
Have a lovely holiday, dude.
Have a swig of my tea. Yeah, I hope you're all good. So it's 10 to 10 in the morning. This is early for me. I'm going to have to do a lot of explaining of that, aren't I? But yeah. Break to the Northern Isles. I want to, well, as per the title, I want to find a spark plug, then I want to find a boat, and then I want to go to all the islands. Where's my freaking carpet there? The king is here, guys. He's changed his name, and he's also changed his persona. He's turning into a right diva, he is. You should eat a Snickers. Harry, thank you very much. Have a lovely holiday. Thank you. I'll do my best. Cheers for the support, dude. Hope you're good. Hi, Skyline. You're right, dude. My hair's still wet from the shower, so I'm getting all wet hair on my fucking headphones, which is not ideal, but never mind. Yet to find any NATO weapons. Well, I found the AK-101 and the M4. I'd like a DMR, just to say I've found one, you know, that would be good. Stomach better today? I'm not really sure. I've had a banana and a nut bar again, like normal. I'm not sure. I don't know. I think I really need to just lay off the gluten and see how I go. I have quite a lot of hair, human, yeah. I do. It's a dull day in Essex. Oh, it's never a dull day in Essex, dude. Have you been to the Sugar Hut? I haven't. I mean, have you been to the Sugar Hut, babes? Right, come on then. I think we're on the way in. Oh, look at that. I like that. I've spawned in. I'm facing a spring. Whoa. Let's go. Actually, I need to turn the sound on. I had a bit of earringing last night. I turned the sound up at the start of the stream yesterday because there was footsteps nearby. And then I never turned it down the whole day. More early streams, please. Grappler, it's not so easy to do. Like, it's great for you, I understand that, but it's not so great for me. I've spent years and years and years streaming at the time, so at the times I do. But this one's a decent one for now. 11 AM for you, yeah, it's nearly 10 AM, so you're in Europe somewhere, I'm guessing. Or maybe South Africa, I don't know. Ah, Potok. Right. Sorry, I've just got to have a look at my shares. like the sad fucker that I am. Lloyds Bank announced their figures today. They're only up a little bit.
Rallo.
D4 Fry even. Thank you very much. Cheers for the support. Hope you're good. Thank you. Do I like Bayern Munich? I've never really watched a lot of the Bundesliga. I watched a bit when I was younger, a long time ago, when they had like Lizarazu playing at fullback. I watched them then, and I did like them then. They had like the two best fullbacks in the world, Lizarazu on one side, and I can't remember the name of the other one. I think he ended up at Bayern Munich. But yeah, I think he ended up at Barcelona, from what I remember, but I can't remember now. But anyway, I used to watch it a bit then. Nowadays, I don't. And obviously, because Harry Kane's there and he's England captain, it like it's good to see him scoring, and hopefully he keeps doing that, you know. Someone mentioned football earlier. I hadn't even considered that, but I believe Liverpool are playing on the telly today, aren't they? I think they're playing on the telly against Leipzig. It's on Amazon, isn't it? Winnies, I didn't see the goal against Wolves, unfortunately. I did watch Match of the Day, but I completely missed that section.
Grand morning, Paul and chat.
That's the Man City goal, right? I didn't see it. What's that doing up there? How are you meant to loot that? I've got high hopes. Oh, hang on. Oh, look at that. I got it. Got it, I did. Woo. Yeah, I think probably someone had took something else, like you say, Muller. Someone had probably took something else and left that behind. Worst insulation, worn. Low insulation. So, we got to check the cars. Or as a sparkler. Mr. Sparkler. Chomapok is where we're at. So what are we looking for? We shouldn't really be looking for a spark plug just yet, or I shouldn't be. What I should be looking for is things like that, stuff to make a fire with. I need some things like a stone or a knife. I need something for fire. Fire. That. Hawks, dude, thank you for the 55 months. Hope you're well. Thank you very, very much. Nia, thank you very much as well. Aereo and C4, thank you very much, all of you guys. Thank you. Wow, finding some good shit. Good shit. So I want to get enough rags to make a rope, but I need to get a knife. Can you, Yes, I thought you could. Man on Fire is a good film, yeah, I like it. Denzel kicks ass. Good morning, OTS, how you doing? Hello everyone. I think it's a modded server. It's either no mods or very few mods. It's definitely one of those. Given the slight increase in stream sniping, not yesterday so much, maybe at the start of the stream though, but beyond that, yeah, you'll forgive me for just wanting to play and not talk about it. I'm playing on a survival server. Why am I on so early? I'm glad you asked, because I'm definitely not going to have to explain all day. Sorry, I couldn't resist. My missus has a hospital appointment at 2:30, not dentist, and it's about an hour away, and she doesn't drive. So I'm doing about three-ish hours now, 3 to 4, and then I'm going to be gone, and then I'm going to come back and do a second part, hopefully. Am I going to see Real Madrid this Saturday? Who are you betting on? Well, I don't bet, so nobody. If it's Real Madrid are at home, then you'd have to favour them at the moment. They've got a wonderful team and seemingly endless pots of money, whereas Barcelona seem to have run out mostly. So I think, given the improvements to Real Madrid's team, they have to be heavy favourites for the title, right? They're probably going to be massive. How can they not win it? They basically did everything last year, and they've added Mbappe to the same team. You know, you'd have to fancy them to do well. I've always kind of preferred Barcelona, but it's like saying I prefer a kick in the nuts to having my nuts castrated. You know, I don't really like either. Obviously, they're amazing, wonderful clubs, but they steal all the best players. So I like, if you're a fan of like Liverpool or something, they're annoying because they just they come along and steal your best players. Sometimes though, it backfires, like Philippe Coutinho, I suppose. You know, they do to the Premier League clubs what the Premier League clubs do to everyone else. That's the thing. Well, except for Tottenham. Tottenham don't do that, do they, Switchy? They take players off clubs' hands and they're relieved about it. Tell you what, if this zombie had a knife, we'd be well away, wouldn't we? Pinkster, you don't have to be here, although I am extraordinarily grateful. Thank you. Yeah, sorry about the early start. I am going away though, so I'm only going to be on till about 1:30, 20 past 1, something like that. And then I've got to take the missus for an hospital appointment, and then I'll be back after. So it's about 3 to 4 hours, then about a 3-hour gap, then maybe another 3 to 4 hours, all being well. That's the plan. If I was you, I'd go to Rock and get a back seat. Get a back seat. Yeah, that's what you would do, is it? You'd get a back seat to store all your rocks in. Well, it's just as well you're not me, because I'm looking for multiple things. This crowbar's going to get ruined by clothing, I bet. Ooh. We can fish. We can fish, we can. Do I need any more? Well, I might as well take them. Yeah, it was. Coutinho was an amazing player for Liverpool, but he just didn't make it, did he? He didn't kick on. Sometimes transfers like that can be the making or they can be the breaking of a player, but he looked absolutely world class for Liverpool. He really did. And then shit went sour. And Liverpool used that money to buy Van Dijk and Alisson, and then won the title the next season. You know, so it was incredibly good for them. Apparently Van Dijk is in talks over a new contract as well, which I think Van Dijk is still a good player for Liverpool. He's not quite the player he was, but really top-class centre-backs aren't very easy to get, you know, so having him still there for another season or two I think would be pretty good. I really hope they can get Alexander-Arnold. Trent signed up. He's the most important one, though. I'd rather he stayed than any of the others. Just collecting rags now. Rag collecting simulator. Oh look, there's a rock. It's right by the beach. New experience, Linsman, Hawks Hammers, Nia, Aereo, thank you all of you guys, thank you. Hi DePike, good morning. Semtex, I don't know if he'll still be faster and stronger than most strikers when he's 40, but I think he can play. I think his style of play, he uses his brain a lot more than his body, I think. So I think he's a potential for lasting a while. I don't disagree with your sentiment, but for slightly different reasons. He's quite a clever player for his position, you know. Like some players, at some positions they don't last so well, but I feel like centre-back for a truly top-class defender, they can go quite a long while, you know. Like, and he has been top-class. He might not be quite the same as he was, but he's close enough, you know. But I agree with the sentiment nonetheless. I really hope they can get a couple of them signed up, because having those three not with contracts is a worry. Alright, that's the fishing rod one. That's the stick one. Did Bohemia at any point mention ice fishing? I'm pretty sure it won't be coming. There used to be ice fishing on a couple of lakes on the Mausk, and they've taken it away because it was bugging out and it didn't go well. So I think we're very unlikely to see ice fishing. Wow. I don't really want to check this, but if I don't check it, I'm going to regret it. Still unsure about Curtis Jones.
Thank you, Paul, for all you do.
Curtis
Do you
Jones
ever
played
feel
really
bad
well on
about killing a
Saturday.
player?
Sorry, Sunday. But I that's great and all. I don't think he's still a starter. I think that's the problem in the system is that McAllister is much more important. No matter how well he played in the one game, McAllister is a better player for Liverpool, and he's always going to play when he's fit. And I don't see him playing the more advanced role over Szoboszlai or even Harvey Elliott, you know. So the problem is the system. Gravenberch and McAllister are better in the team than he is over the many games, you know. But yeah, I one game doesn't convince me. I think Curtis Jones is a really good player, and between him and Harvey Elliott, I think he's the more likely one to stay at Liverpool and have a really good career. But I'm still not sure he's a starter every game. You know, one good game doesn't change that. You know, hopefully he can have a run of good games like Gravenberch has. You know, like Gravenberch has really made that position his own, but he's done it over a long time. If Curtis Jones can do the same thing, great. Worth a shot, wasn't it? Joey, well, I've not seen the video, but I don't know about a secret, to be honest. I was at a fair outside my town this morning. I ate roasted pork, liver and garlic, onions and drank a glass of wine for only €10. Right. Sounds alright until you said pork liver. Roasted pork with garlic sounds amazing, but pork liver sounds... Ugh. Sorry, I'm no good with liver and kidney. It makes me want to vom. Pliskin, B-Child, thank you very much for the support. Very, very kind. You can't craft a bow and arrow, Dushyant, no. There is a crossbow, and you can craft bolts for that, using just sticks and then feathers from a chicken.
Look
if you can
how
get them.
far we've come. Love you by
But
TRMZ
you can't craft a bow. Elliot, thank you very much for the support, dude. Cheers for the 37-month inning. Come on. Pliskin, thank you very, very much. Liver is gross, says Paul Newman, and Kinda Hunt says, I can't do liver either. At one point, was there not a boat? There was Erebus, yeah, but it was in the early game before the player controller changed, and it was dog shit as well. It was all right for killing Zeds, but it was kind of dog shit. Did you know you can make hooks out of wood? No, I didn't. That's why I'm running to the coast to fish. Sorry, excuse the sarcasm. It's early in the morning, okay, and I'm the grumpy man's. Grumpity grumpity groo. I've got a sarcastic comic for you. 11 AM. Novice, it's 10 AM for me. I don't know how your clock works where you are, but mine says 10 AM.
I am grumpy all day.
10 AM is early for me to be streaming, so up your bum. The end. Mic drop. I'm doing alright, Goofy. Hope you're good. Dutch back corner, thank you very much. Yeah, obviously I do know about the wooden hooks. We've been using them. We've been using them where we need to. They only last for like 3 or 4 goes, but you do get 2 hooks per stick, which is not so bad, is it? I should get up. Muller's been in bed. Did you know he sleeps naked? Every time he watches his stream, he cups his balls in excitement. Cheers, Muller, dude. Have a good day. That's not a sentence I thought I'd be saying anytime soon. I sleep naked. It's superior unless someone sees me, in which case it's like looking at a, I don't know, a whale. Like, you know, it's like looking at a manatee that's been mangled by a propeller. Look at
The
this.
hunt for the boat continues.
You don't need to use worms. You don't need to use worms for fishing, you don't. Bob, thank you very much for the support, dude. Thank you. Look at all these beautiful pollocks. What do you think about? Richard, I like that question. What do you think about? I feel like there should have been a bit more to that. Like, what do you think about left-hand drive cars? Or what do you think about, I don't know, tartan paint? I feel like there should have been something more in there than just what do you think about. I'm waiting. Is there more, or do you just want to know what I think about? Because I don't think about a lot. I try to think about nothing. I try my best to, like, just have nothing in my brain. What do you think about bottled spirits level bubbles? I don't understand. What do you think about automatic motorcycle
Morning,
transmission?
Grumpy Man.
I think it's for people that have got no flair or talent for riding motorbikes. Clearly you want manual. It's a motorbike. Wow, look at that. That's a really good find. It's a beauty. That's why we weren't getting a fish so quickly, right? The cooking pot had scared all the pollocks away. Says the Tesla driver. What? I'd better have that fish. If there's not 4 fish on the ground when I get back, I'm going to be fucking seething. What do you think about the pedestrianisation of Norwich City Centre? Well, I enjoyed it on Saturday. It made walking to Cosmo a lot easier. Did I watch yesterday Real Madrid versus Dortmund? I was streaming, AK. What do you think about liver? Well, everybody needs one, but nobody needs to eat one. That's what I think. Do you think about skyhooks? Only if I watch Batman. The Batman... It's Batman... Batman... The Dark Knight Rises. No, The Dark Knight. It's The Dark Knight. There's a skyhook in that. That's the only time I've ever thought about skyhooks. Is when he goes over to... is it Singapore or Hong Kong? Somewhere like that. To get the guy. To get the guy that the Joker says is going to fold. What do you think about the influence of Jamaican pesticides on the global fleece jacket market? I didn't know Jamaicans were that eager on pesticides. What kind of fleeces are made with, with involving Jamaican pesticides? That's news to me. What do you think about the best gluten-free bread? I wouldn't wipe my ass with it. Didn't Bond use a skyhook at some point? No, I used Skyfall. When the sky fall and the crumble. I don't know, probably. He's used everything over the years, hasn't he? What do you think about the downfall of the Mighty Rangers Football Club? I thought that it proves just how much of a great manager Steven Gerrard is.
Long-time viewer from North Carolina. Love the content and it's helping me keep a head up during the crazy floods going on. Good stuff, man.
Colton, dude. Well, I hope the floods abate double quick.
I told my friend I like the new fishing mechanics. He said it's a load of old pollocks.
ID, thank you very much for the super chat, and Colton, thanks as well. Right, if there's not 4 fish on the ground, I'm F11ing. Haha. When the sky falls. How do you think about my dad smelling? Enjoy it while it lasts. One day you won't have that smell around anymore.
One-third of a pregnancy already.
Vigil, blimey. Right, no, I think you're allowed to fly in the second trimester. Good luck. Don't forget to put snow in the pot to cook. Yeah, that's not a bad shout, like hydration-wise. I don't think I'm going to struggle for hydration, so I may not bother, because it's only noob me that really needed to be cooking with boiled stuff. Once you've played the patch for a little while, you don't struggle with hydration anymore. It's a piece of piss because you just easily find all of the springs. They're everywhere, they are. They're absolutely fucking everywhere. But when you first start, it's a struggle. What do you think about Ireland? I don't like Guinness. I don't think anyone really likes Guinness. They just pretend to. Even Amish said. That's why he chucked it all over his PC. Well, I don't need that other belt. I'd like to go to Ireland. I'd quite like to go. I've never been. Guinness is lovely. No, it's not. Guinness is the Irish equivalent of Johnny Walker. It's for the tourists and people with no taste buds. Sorry if you like either. It's just a silly opinion, okay? Hot take. It's not real. When the sky falls. Mike, I'm afraid we don't do politic. No politic, I'm afraid. Sorry. Extra Blix, thank you very much for the support. Appreciate it. Thank you very, very much. Urban myth is that Guinness is full of iron. You'd need 32 pints of it to reach your daily intake. Sounds like a challenge, doesn't it? One more pint, please, Squire. Don't you think you've had enough? You're on your 26th. No, I need to get my daily intake of iron. Well, your liver. What's my favourite beer? I quite like Blue Moon, but I don't drink a lot of beer because it's got gluten in it, so it's no good for my bumhole. So, but taking aside the gluten, my favourite like regular like just drinking lager type was Kronenberg, which I really like. It's kind of good, and Blue Moon is slightly similar. It's not similar in terms of the type of beer it is. It's more of a wheat beer, I think, or a white beer, whatever. But it's got that kind of citrusy twang to it, which I really like. And I like the kind of citrusy flavour that some alcohols can have. So I like Kronenberg, really, is the one. But I don't drink it because it's got gluten in it and it's bad for my bum. My taste buds say yes, but my bum says no. So if I drink beer, it's usually it's a version of Estrella that's gluten-free called Dora Dam. And it's okay, but it's too expensive. My phone beeped a minute ago. I should probably check it. Just going to start making a fire. I think I'm going to go for the green stilted. All I hear is great time to join the stream. All I hear is bumhole. Well, yeah, exactly. Beautiful. Right, I'm going to take that teddy bear. And I'm going to put when I find a spark plug, I'm going to put it in its butt to keep it safe. Rambling, yeah, I prefer whiskey. I quite like a glass of wine once in a while. But whiskey is my thing, for sure. Pyro, well, I've got to stop. So I'm doing a split stream today. I'm going to say this of quite a bit, I should imagine, but I'm doing 3 or 4 hours now, and then I've got to stop, take the missus to a hospital appointment, and then come back and probably, hopefully, start again. That's the idea. I'm not actually convinced these are going to cook quicker than those. Maybe just a tiny bit. I'm going to leave one just to see if that one cooks any slower than the other 3. I think it will, but how much I don't know. Do I think they will ever add throwing knives to the game? No, I don't think so. Is it day or night? Blonde Bombshell, it is 10:20 AM. So it's definitely day. And it's far too early to be streaming. This goes to show how much of a difference that makes, doesn't it? Because that one's taking longer. The one that we left is taking fucking ages.
I respect the dedication, good sir.
Goose, thank you. Well, I've only got today and tomorrow to go, and then I'm done, so that's why I'm doing it. I want to try and make sure I do the hours, because I ain't going to be here for the best part of 2 weeks after. Would you buy a Cybertruck, I think is the question, Richard. The answer is no. It's too big for the UK. Our roads are like matchbox motorised motorway roads compared to the America Land roads. It just wouldn't work. Like, a lot of the roads in the UK are like... not a lot, but a lot of the roads in Suffolk, you can end up going like through the countryside a bit, and it's like a single track road, so it's like somebody's driveway, but cars go both ways, so you have to pass by pulling into a verge, or occasionally every 300 or 400 metres there's like a pull-in or something. So a road like that with a Cybertruck would be like squeezing my arse into a size 30-inch jeans. I don't think there are Cybertrucks in the UK yet, but I could be wrong. I don't think they've released them over here, no. They make a smaller version of the Cybertruck for the UK, do they? I didn't think they'd even released one yet. I haven't looked. You need to look at the Kia EV9. Well, I looked at all of the cars that were available when I got my Model Y nabble, and the Model Y was just the best value, you know, like, it was the best one at the time. The Kias do look quite nice, but there was like, when I got my Y, there was like something like a 6 or an 8 month wait for a Kia, and I needed it there and then as well, so like I didn't have the time to wait. I was trying to get something that I could lease on the business, right? And the only thing that I would say, like, a lot of people say that the build quality of the Y is bad. My particular one has been great. I've had no issues whatsoever. It's been really good. I had more issues with my last VW than I've got with this, in that I had some and I've got none with this. But anyway, the only issue that the Model Y has is that it's just quite firm. It's so heavy and it's set up really firm. So it drives well, but it's a little firm on some of our more country roads. You know, you feel every bump. It's not a sports car, but it's set up like one. You know, it's very, very, very firm. It doesn't handle lumps and bumps brilliantly well, but it does drive quite well for an SUV. Yeah, I've heard that. Apparently they're going to replace the Y with a new model. My car is... I had it a year in June, so it'll be 2 years next June. Is that right? I think so. So I've still got, I don't know, a year and 3/4 with my current car before I'm switching out. It's leased for 3 years, so after 3 years I'll lease something else, I guess. I heard the steps. I was a bit worried it was a player. It's a zombie. Where are you going on holiday? I'm going to Gran Canaria, which is just like a. It's one of the Canary Islands, which is a surprise, and it's off the west coast of sort of northern Africa. So in this time of year, it's quite nice weather, which is why we're going there. Hi, Anax. Third time.
Going, pal?
Hello.
You there? You got this.
I think I got it. Whoa.
Yep, definitely got it.
I made it freeze with the power of my mind. Stand still. I'll do you.
Impressive.
Yeah, it worked. See.
There we are. We're getting free again. Thank you.
Yeah, no worries. You don't have a spark plug by any chance, do you?
Spark plug. I do not.
Oh, that sucks. I need to go to the spring,
right,
dude. I'm just going to go to the spring while I'm here.
Oh, that's a good call, actually. I haven't actually seen the springs yet.
Barbara, I've not seen anything of it, so you've. If that's a spoiler, I guess it's a spoiler for me too. But that's news to me.
Have a lush time running man Z.
Oh, nice. Those springs work. Awesome.
Yeah, you can just drink the water straight. They look like dog
Don't
kennels.
need to purify it or anything.
No, you can just drink
A little
it.
bit, actually, yeah.
This one's called Paikovka.
So it is. I learned firsthand not to eat the snow.
Yeah, that's not a good idea. You get the heavy metal poisoning.
And it messes you up big time.
Shall we just put that in there for now? Make some space. There's a wabbit. I can hear a wabbit this way. Do you have a gun?
I do, I just don't have any ammo for it.
What gun is it?
22.
Oh, yeah. You can hunt the wabbit.
Be very,
Thank you
very
kindly.
quiet.
It's over that way, about 20 meters. Come on, hunt it slowly. I can hear the
I'll see
rabbit.
if I can see it.
It's this way. Go slow. Slowly. Unless it's a bird in a tree, but I think it's a wabbit. It's not made a noise for a while. Maybe I was wrong. I'm sure there's a wabbit. Hello? Wabbit! No, I think I'm wrong. It must have been one of the ambient sounds, but it sounded exactly like a wabbit. Oh, well, sorry. At least you got some bullets, though, eh?
Yeah. Do you need anything at all? I got a wrench. I know you said you're looking for a spark plug.
I need a spark plug, yeah. I need I've got a mission. I'm on a mission from God. I need to find a spark plug,
God.
and then I'm going to get a boat, and then I'm going to get a DMR, and then I'm going to deliver it to the penguin.
I delivered a DMR to the penguin.
Yeah.
You know what? This
Oh, you broke up then?
definitely a mission from God.
Yeah.
I've also
Michael,
got a battery
thank you.
charger, if that helps you at all.
A battery charger? Did you pick a battery charger up?
I do. Yeah, I found it just before server restart.
Holy shit. Have you played this game before?
Not in a long time.
Alright, well, heads up. Battery chargers are pointless. They properly do charge batteries, but I've never found a car battery in my life that doesn't just go in the car and work. They're the most pointless thing in the game. But yeah, have fun with that.
Well,
I think
maybe
if you...
this one time we'll find a dead battery.
there must... Oh, I thought I heard the... It's the ambient. It was a chirp that sounded a bit like a hare, but it's just a fucking bird. Right, I've got to go and look for a spark plug, basically. I'm going to look everywhere.
No worries. I'll have a look as well. If I find one, I'll let you know.
All right. Well, I'll be in this town for a good while looking for a spark plug. Check all the cars and toilets and shit. That's where they spawn mostly.
And toilets. Gotcha.
He seems like a cool dude. And it's quite nice that he seems relatively newish to the game as well. But, whoa. I really want to do this DMR thing, and other players, they don't help with that. They just get in the way. Although it might be nice to have someone to get in the way, because maybe they'll get in the way of the bullets as well. Whoa. This way, fucker. Come on. Working as intended. This is where you get the sparklers. Oh. It's a good job I crouched so as not to alert the zombum. There'd be no Joel without Ellie. And there'd be no ice cream without jelly. Morning. Hello, Diatom. Bjorn, well, the SV98 with a mag doesn't spawn in where I'm going. I'm going to the places where the DMR spawn. I know this one neat trick for getting a DMR. If only I hadn't given it away in the title of the stream. You fucking love jelly and ice cream. I've always been quite fond of this thing my mum used to do it was ice cream and chocolate sauce. But the chocolate sauce had the consistency of, like, blancmange or something, if you know what that is. Or custard, like, really thick custard. She used to make it with a little packet. I think it was a Bird's thing, but it was like chocolate sauce with the consistency of very thick custard. And you'd put it in a bowl, and then you'd drop a scoop of ice cream in the middle of it. So the custard was... Sorry, the chocolate sauce was all hot and kind of gooey. And then the ball of vanilla ice cream would drop in the middle and start melting, and then you'd eat the combination between the two. And it was real cheap sauce. Probably the sort of thing that if somebody like Redline ate it, he'd throw it in your face so that it blistered burning on your skin. And go, what have you given me that for, you fucking proletariat fuck? Get back down in the basement and polish my shoes. But anyway, I used to really love it. There was a hat. Oh, well, there's another hat there. I'll take that one. How geared am I currently? I've got a crowbar and a teddy bear. Sigma, thank you for the gifted sub. Very kind, dude. Thank you. Did you get a Viennetta for Sunday? I like Viennetta. You said fucking awful, Queen Collie. I like Viennetta. When my missus found out that I liked Viennetta and said it without any irony, she thought I was maybe dumpable, I think. I still regard Viennetta as a treat. I think it's amazing. And what value as well. You can get them in places like Iceland and whatnot quite often for £1. £1! It's like a treat of a dessert. If you think they're awful, then you're dead to me. I still like them now. They're great. You don't need a boat to get to the DMR. You can walk across the ice to some of the islands. Spartan, I've done lots of walking across the ice to some of the islands, but the chances of getting a DMR from 1 or 2 islands are really, really small. So if you want to get a DMR and you really want to do it, you need a boat so you can go to many, many islands to increase your chances, you know. On this whole map right now, there could be 1 container with a DMR, and it could be on any of the islands, you know, like, the chances of doing it by foot are small. I've gone to many, many islands on foot. How many DMRs have I found so far? Zip, Charlie. Fucking just die, will you? Fuck me. Crowbar's good, isn't it? Jesus fucking wept. Would you say you're more likely to go on adventures on Sakhal? I don't think it's much different than any other map. I think you're more likely to meet, on Sakhal, you're more likely to meet a newer spawn that's struggling, and maybe the chances of a team up are higher. You have to stay in the spawn areas for longer, so you're more likely to meet somebody. So maybe the chances are higher just on the odds of meeting people. But the difference is because Sakhal's not got the stupid dynamic spawn system like the other maps have. When you meet someone, it's not like you're forced to meet them, so everyone's just having like comedy boxing. It's actually like a legitimate meet. But that's great. It's just I haven't been so lucky, dude. You know, what server were you on, by the way? Just out of interest, I mean. But yeah, like I've checked a lot of containers via boat and foot, and I found M4s and AK-101s, but so far not a single DMR. Why am I on so early? Because I'm doing a split stream. My missus has a hospital appointment that I need to take her to. About an hour's drive. Her appointment's at 2:30. So I'm going to stream till just before 1:30, then I'm going to take her, and then I'm going to come home, and then I'm probably going to stream after.
Oh my god.
It's not ideal. I'm sitting on 800 viewers on Twitch right now, which is after 50 minutes. I'd be thinking my channel was dying were it not for the fact that it's so early in the morning. I think Smoke might be on as well. But it's absolutely not time to be streaming. It makes less of a difference to YouTube. I don't know what the viewership was on YouTube, but I'm willing to bet it's quite a lot higher than 800. But on Twitch, if I stream at this time of day, I get next to no views. Well, he would be, Rowansy. Yeah, he would be. But he's been on probably for, I'm guessing, 6 to 10 hours, you know, like... If you start into a stream like that, it's going to affect your views. But I don't give a shit. You know, GG to Smoke, by the way. I like him a lot. He's a good dude. But if I'd been on 6-8 hours and he started, his viewership would be a bit slower to start than normal. You know, that's the way it would be. It's the way it goes. I don't know why I come and check this. I check these boats every now and then. It's never worth it, and then I check them again. $13.82, $14.61. Different numbers from different people there, but it's more, isn't it? Yeah, it's not surprised. It isn't. It's a funny thing, actually. I've never really thought about it much, but if you really stick to a schedule, which is a really good thing to do as a streamer, right? And despite what Whackgetter says from time to time, I am pretty good at staying close to my schedule. So, like, if I stream at a time that I don't normally, it massively affects my views, because if I start at 2 o'clock today, lots of people can watch, but if I start at 10 o'clock, the people that normally watch me haven't got to work yet, or haven't started the day yet, or are still in bed, or whatever. It makes a huge difference. You really need to try and stick to a schedule. But life is life, right? No. Well, this was worth it. Like I say, I check the boats really regularly, and every single time it's absolutely worth it. To be fair, I did get the pouches. The pouches could come in really handy if I get myself a plate carrier. You can sometimes get plate carriers in this town on dead military zombies, but seems like today isn't the day. Dark blue. God, I feel like I made the fire about 2 minutes ago. I wonder where our hiking jacket buddy went. What were you doing before you started streaming? Axel, I'm presuming there you mean for a career. I spent 20 years in retail, so I was in shops, everything from just general dog's body to store manager at shop level, and then I moved to a small company that sold confectionery into like supermarkets and whatnot. So my job was regional manager for a small company. So I actually, when I first took that job, I took a pay cut from where I was before, but it meant working Monday to Friday and having a bit of a life. So, but yeah, I spent 20 years in retail in a nutshell. Most of which I spent hoping to get out of retail because it sucks. Ish did spill beer on his PC a while back, yeah. See, I've always been relatively smart for once about something. So my PC is to the left of my desk and my drink is to the right of my desk. By design. I'm right-handed, but so I'll keep the drink to my right, obviously, but it makes sense to keep your PC away from that thing. Nice, that's what I was hoping we would get here, to be honest. Retail hospitality is great when you're young. Well, it's good to get a job, but I don't know if I ever found it great. It's great if you're, like, say you're, like, not that I ever was, but if you're going to university and you're doing it as just a bit of money, it's great because you couldn't care less. But if you start it and that's what you're doing, you know, if you're not on the bridge to something else, you know, if you start in retail because that's the job and you've got to work hard to try and get promoted, it's at no point any good. It's for all well and good if you're at university and you're doing it until you finish or something, but if it's the thing you're doing, it's desperate. Or at least I found it that way anyway. $25 slots. Our blue Talon is better. I think the hiking jacket guy ditched us. I think he fucking ditched us. He took my 12-22 bullets and ran away. Hope he dies. I don't really. He was a nice dude. He hasn't looted here, I don't think, unless he's a door closer, right? He's probably in a boat driving off to collect DMRs right now. Selfish bastard. Yeah, he's going to the big town to set up a battery charging service. Recharge your batteries, sir. Recharge your batteries. Amworthy, hello. First time chatter, but maybe you all watched and not chatted in the past. Appreciate you coming in, dude. Thank you. Right, I'm going to make a fire. I need to. I'm fucking freezing my nadges off. I don't have a gun. Which makes me wonder if perhaps I'd be better off doing it in the forest behind the house rather than in the house. I think that's what I'm going to do. Something on the floor there. I think it was from inside the house. There's another hoose there. We should probably loot that as well. Oh, fuck. Dead. I really need to make a fire. It's not the end of the world if I'm dark blue for a few minutes, but it's been a while. I'm going to be losing a segment of health soon, I think. Come on. I felt sure that was going to be the one that killed her. Ooh, nice. Alright, we're getting a bit of a weather front blowing in. See, I could go across to that island, but it's so small. I think the chances of there being a container on the far side of that are tiny. I bet it has a spawn point for one, though, but I don't want to, like, keep trying to do it on foot. I'm just not hitting enough islands, and I'm not getting lucky. Done plenty of it. Where did it go then? There it went. Well, let's just put the tetracycline in there or something and that. In fact, it makes no sense to put that in there, but anyway, I've done it now. Pliskin, they are quite collectible. I don't think they're worth crazy money, but yeah, I have heard of the Accutrons. Yeah, they were like really, really modern, futuristic. Were they from the 60s? I'd have thought they were more 70s-ish. You could be right, because they're quartz. I thought quartz was 70s. Sort of mid to late 70s was the quartz stuff, from what I remember, wasn't it? I can't remember. You could be right, though. But yeah, I absolutely have heard of them, yeah. Have I tried Medieval Dynasty? Nope. I'm not really good with the slashing type games, but if it's more interactive, then... But yeah, the Accutron watches are quite nice. I do quite like them. They looked really modern at the time, and they kind of look retro modern in a way now. Their logo's kind of cool as well. I'm not thinking of the right watch, thinking of the Accutron. I think what I was. I thought, isn't it got like a copper thing on the front of it? Is this a new map? Yes. It's come out on the 15th. Have you tried the ice pick yet? Blaze, I found it. It just seemed like a kind of fairly bog standard melee weapon to me. Yeah, I know that. No, yeah, a few people kept telling me it was a rescue boy. Louis boy, whatever. Yeah, I've done the bunker, dude. Yeah, we've done the bunker. Finally got the glow plug, and when you got near, you got one shot from someone. Yeah, the last time I'd got the glow plug and fuel, I got killed by a camper in the generator room. That really sucked ass. Anyone know how many streams ago the bunker was? Fuck knows, Tyler. It will be an edited video, so on Saturday there will be a long video which was the life where I first found the bunker, and then the following Saturday will be the video where I achieved the bunker solo. So that, like, I think Saturday's video is going to be titled Uncovering the Mouse, sorry, not the mouse, fuck me, Uncovering Sakhal's Secrets, and then the next one will be how my journey to completing, or something like that. My journey to soloing the Sakhal secrets, or some shit like that. So it is a bit of a grind, dude, but you gotta embrace the grind. Do I go over there for that shit island? If I go over there, I've got to make another fire when I get back. But there is another town. Alright, I'll do it. Somebody in the chat promised me guaranteed DMRs if I just went over to an island on foot. Well, there's an island. I'm going to go over on foot. Let's see how well this goes. Well, I did it already. I've done it already. I've done it already. But I haven't got the video out yet. Because sometimes editing takes time, you know. Like, you have to, like, it's the way it goes with editing, but I tend to do one video a week more often than not. So just because something happens today, it doesn't mean it comes out on YouTube on Saturday. It could be 3 or 4 Saturdays away. That's how it works. Not on foot anymore when swimming. Dude, you're like some kind of specialist. You could probably do Olympic commentary with that kind of knowledge. With that kind of specialist knowledge. I believe this is the swimming competition that they're having right now. You can tell because he's in water, that guy. How many hours have I got? I don't know. I don't know. More than 18,000, I'm pretty sure. I don't know though, dude. I really don't. Doxy, I have no idea of any potential secrets around the volcano.
Another day of boat hunting and ice hopping. Best of luck and keep on running, TRMZ love.
Thank you very much. Cheers for the support, dude. I still think we can find a container. I still think we can find a container. I still think we can... No, we can't. See, it was utterly pointless. Admittedly, it was a tiny island that probably has 1 or maybe 2 spawn points on it. But we didn't find one, did we? That's not doable. Let's try anyway. Didn't have the stamina to jump. Right, there we go. Let's go this way. Should we go back and make a fire in the exact same spot? That'll be fun. Yeah, I guess we'll just do it in an ass. We'll make the fire in the ass. We'll just do it in the ass. It's too early for this shit. Hey man, love the content. What time is it for you? I'm from Minnesota. It's currently 5 a.m. It is 10:54 a.m. Don't call it grandma's ass. No, let's not. Did I loot that already? I think I looted these already, didn't I? I looted it, and then I thought, let's go over to that island. And it was not worth it. Let's put you there. Lit up. Where did that go? Where did that go? Why am I having so many problems with these secret fucking... Has it gone in there? You snidey fucking bastard. Alright, you go there then. I'll keep one rag in there just to stop it happening again. Oh, fuck me dead. Now look what's happened. Blech. I'm so used to watching VODs at this hour I forgot you were live. Well, thanks for doing both of those things. Well, for coming here, but for watching the VODs too. Yeah, it's a rare thing, but I found out literally at about 1 a.m. last night that the missus's hospital appointment wasn't at 9:30 like I thought. It was at 2:30, so I woke up this morning, I wanted my breakfast and thought, fuck it. I'll do a little stream now and then I'll do a little stream later, all being well. You never know with the NHS, right? The appointment's at 2:30. She could walk in at 2:30 and be out by 2:45. Or she could walk in at 2:30 and not get seen till 4, you know, so we'll see. Yeah, it's just a routine thing. It's no drama. It's nothing dramatic. I want that to dry. It'd be good if you could put the matches on the fire. That would be that'd be really realistic. Drying matches on the fire. I'm not going to get the plus symbol here until I dry the clothes out, am I? Well, I am now because I've just gone white, but I think we should probably dry the clothes out a bit quicker because it takes ages. Geggy, well, I hope you're good. You could walk in at 2:30. Well, I don't think the doc she's seeing is going to be able to help with that much. Been playing the new map and I missed the Python. I was thinking Python. What the fuck are you talking about? You mean the gun, don't you? The Magnum. That's what you mean. I was like, Python? It sounds like some kind of like dildo or something. Some kind of toy. Adult toy. The Python. I just didn't make the connection. That's the name of the gun in Rust. Ah, yeah, it's fine. I understand it. Yeah, I got it. But I had to do a couple of like calculations in my noggin to work out what the Python was.
Sounds like the NHS needs more doctors, and yet here you are playing video games. Have you no sense of duty to country?
Shabazz, you're right. I'll quit now and go and do medical school. I'll have it done by tomorrow. I'll have that knocked out by tomorrow. I'll be doing scalpeling by Friday. No worries. It shouldn't be a bother. Cheers for the bits, dude. I made the mistake of reading a few of the YouTube comments this morning while I was sitting on my throne in the toilet, and I read a couple of comments that had both come up on the my most popular YouTube video, my most popular ever YouTube video. There was a couple of comments on it, and the comments were this. So the title of the video is "When an 11,000 hour DayZ player plays official." I think that was the video, right? And people get really wound up by the hours, even though when I typed that, when it was 11,000 hours, I had more hours than that, but that's by the by, right? People get really snarky with it. So the two comments I read were this. One was, "No one cares." Like, it's my most popular ever video. It's got 3.6 million views, and the comment was, "No one cares." I was like, that doesn't compute for me. Clearly people cared. Anyway. And the other one was, how did it go? Yeah. 11,000 hours wasting your life. Imagine all of the things you could have done with that. It was something to that tune, you know, like, oh my word. People get really really snarky about it. It makes me want to use the titles more because it really annoys people. I certainly think that going around YouTube watching YouTube videos and leaving snarky comments is a much better waste of your time than learning how to edit and making videos. Oh, a gun. Oh, sunglasses. I got 2 shells. 2 shells, baby. They'll both be red. They always spawn with red shells, but let's just double check. They are.
Love ya.
Key glasses, time to hit the scopes. Those kind of comments never bother me, right, by the way. I sometimes reply to them, but they don't actually bother me in the slightest. It's just, I just find it funny, like, that people leave them and what the aims are. I find it an interesting thing to ponder sometimes. I nearly went back to the same house again. 11,000 hours looting the same house twice. Ooh, another shell. Right, I feel like we're getting close to Sparkplug City now. I think we're gonna get one. I think we're real close. Oh, it doesn't bother me out of Javi. Sorry, some comments bother me a little bit, but very rarely, and it's never one of those. Adam, I got way more than that, dude. Like somebody just asked me before. I don't know exactly, but I have. Maybe next time the server restarts, I'll try and check, but. I've got 2 accounts that I haven't used for years that I used for hiding from stream snipers. They both had around 500 hours each on them. And then I've got 2 accounts that I've used for the most time that I've ever played DayZ. My Running Man account I stopped using because it was easier to get stream sniped on. So I'm not sure how many hours that has, but I think it's somewhere close to 8,000-ish. And the account I'm on now is just like a loner's account with no friends. And it's something like 10,500 hours just on stable, never mind experimental. So I've got quite a lot of hours. I say 18,000 or more, but I could be on 20. I have no fucking clue. I don't care. I don't put the hours in the title because I care. I don't give a fuck. It's meaningless. I don't give a shit. But it works to get clicks on videos, you know. I think my most popular video this year is I've got one video from this year that's just rolled over 1 million views. 1 million views for my channel is really, really good. It doesn't come along very often on a single video. But there's one that has, and it's when I'm playing Livonia on official. And I'm pretty sure that's got the hours in the title as well, you know, like all of my most popular videos have similar kind of themes to the title. But I try not to use that title too much because I think it has less effect if you did it every week, you know. It is clickbait, yeah. But clickbait is not necessarily a negative thing, you know. Sometimes people think that clickbait is negative, but and I don't mean you here, Pinkster, but clickbait is fine if it's actually true, you know. Like, if you make a video that's like, I found the biggest pair of boobs in DayZ, and then you've got a picture of 2 great big melons on the screen, and it's completely a lie, then that's negative clickbait, right? But if you put a title that says how an 11,000 hour player owns the server or whatever, or how an 11,000 hour clears a town of bandits, or some bollocks like that. I haven't never used either of those titles, but if what you say is actually in the video, then that's kind of a bit more kind of sensible, really. There's a YouTube, I think it's Veratison, could be wrong, but he made a video about clickbait, and he kind of put it into 2 different categories. There's clickbait, and then there's legit bait, is the way he phrased it, whereby you're clickbaiting, but what you say in the title is actually true. And legit bait is just like somebody trying to maximise the views of the video, right? Which is fine. I do legit bait, I don't do clickbait. Mike, yeah, I don't care. I find it interesting though. Like, pretty much as a rule, if I reply to a YouTube comment, whether it's a positive or a negative one, it's never bothered me. If I'm replying, it's because I find what they've said funny in some way, and I want to reply. But if it's actually bothered me, I won't reply. If someone's trying to say something really, really hurtful, and they say something at the wrong time, and I read it or whatever, those ones I don't reply to. Right, so we're somewhere around here. No. We're on the other side. We're somewhere coming this way, I think. So I think I'm at Zion a Hobo. I don't know what that letter is, but it looks like an X. And someone's going to tell me in a minute. But if we go up the road, I think the spring's on the right, and there's another spring there as well. Maybe we could just go to the other spring. I'm losing the plus symbol already. I'm going to keep looting for a sparkler for a little while. There are far too many bots online for us to entertain clickbait these days. I don't understand what that means. There are a few YouTube bots that comment on all of my streams, like pretty much at the end of the stream. Like if I finish the stream, then the VOD publishes, almost immediately 3 bots comment on the video, and then I remove those and ban them from the channel, and the next day 3 more do the same thing. I really don't understand what they're for, but it's across the whole of YouTube, it's not just my channel. But I really don't get what whoever's behind it is trying to achieve, because it does literally nothing. I just don't get it. What do I think about KSI's new song and his reaction to his response? I don't know his new song, and I couldn't give a shit. It's the honest truth. I couldn't give a shit. I kind of have. I don't know a lot about KSI. I don't watch the boxing. I don't watch the channel. But I do have a lot of respect for the fact that he's done what he's done, and he's made of himself what he's made of himself. Fair play to him for that, you know, like GG. But it ain't my kind of music, and his channel ain't for me, is it? You know, so I couldn't give a toss. I've never heard KSI's song. I've never heard any of KSI's songs. I'm quite happy to keep it that way. 2 leather kits, wow. We definitely need to fix those. Fix up, look sharp! Take that one as well, why not? Might want to fix my boots. Fix my boots once and then we'll chuck it. Hi, on a dog, you're right, dude. They look kind of grubby. Well, I guess we're making another fire, that'll be fun. It's wet outside. Fire. Right, let's get rid of that. Everybody makes a sub when they get too many subs. Maybe you can make one too. Parabellum, I've got an idea for one. I just need somebody that can play the guitar like Dire Straits. And then I've got a song I want to make, which is money for nothing and your Twitch subs for free. That ain't working, that's the way you do it, you know. You play your Fortnite on your Twitch TV. I want to make that. I'm going to make it. It's going to be great. And then the video is going to be like a load of clips of people having like tantrums on stream and breaking their keyboard and stuff. You know, it's going to be great. Knopfler's going to sue your ass. I don't think he can. If you just release a YouTube video that's a parody of a song, I think that's allowed. It's fair use, right? If you're playing the guitar yourself, if you're not using their background music, if you've got a band that can play the song and you change the lyrics, you can put that on YouTube and you can monetize it. I'm pretty sure you can. They're allowed, right? Parody songs are allowed. It's one of my favourite songs, without a doubt. I don't really like Dire Straits, but Walk of Life and Money for Nothing are all-time classic songs. You have to pay for the song's rights. I don't think you do if you're just releasing a YouTube video. I don't think you do, Yavi. I think parody songs are allowed. You're taking something and you're changing it. If you release it as a chart, if you release it in the charts and sell it on Spotify or something, or you sell it on, I don't know, a CD single, that's different. Moaning for nothing and your tips for free. Yeah. That ain't working. Have I ever been to Greece? No. I wouldn't mind going though. My parents went to Greece when they got married. They went to Athens. And I wouldn't mind going because it's not like lots of reasons to go to Greece, but it would just be a cool thing to do, like to go and see the same things, I suppose, in a way. But I've always enjoyed, one of my favourite places to go is Rome, right? And a lot of that is to do with the really old shit that's there. I think that's how they call it, the historians and the architect historians and whatnot, you know. There's really old shit there and it's kind of nice, you know. There's a lot of old shit in Greece. A lot of it's older, you know. So I'd quite like to go once, you know. What's the difference between normal boats and military boats on this? I don't know. If you're looking on iSurvive, the boats that you're looking for that actually you can go in and like pilot around the place, they're the ones that are called rubber boats on the map, I think. Rubber bubba bubba bubba. Rubber bubba. Rubber bubba. Bubba bubba. That's what you do. Travels to Rome. As you can see, this building comes under really old shit, Fletcher. That's what you reckon. That's what you do. What you do, you walk into the Pantheon, right? You put your hands on your hips and you go, this is some old shit. Old shit we're seeing, right? You get yourself in the Colosseum and you go, my God, this is some old shit. And then you go to St. Peter's Basilica and you look around like, fuck me, this is some really fancy old shit. It's amazing. And then you tried to tell the missus that it's not worth going to the Sistine Chapel because the queue's too big. And she doesn't believe you. Quite rightly too. And then you queue up for fucking hours to look at the ceiling and crane your neck, and it's quite dingy and dark, and everyone's getting snappy because people are taking photos. The Sistine Chapel would be great if it was like, if there was an apocalypse, I'd really happily go and visit the Sistine Chapel. But there's too many fuckers in there. I didn't like it. The actual place is amazing, but the fuckers really get on my nerves, you know. Sistine Chapel queue is about 5 minutes if you book online the day before. I didn't know we were going the day before. No picture. Yeah, I can't do the accent. It is a wondrous achievement, but it is a bit dark in there. Next time I go, I'm going to take a really I'm going to take an X-Files light, you know, one of those like really beamified torches, like flashlight that sends out a beam that makes it look like a space laser or something. And then I'm going to really inspect it. They'll love that. They'll be really pleased if I do that, I think. What do you think of custom kitchen deliveries? I don't really know what that is. We got our kitchen from Wix. They were pretty good. Was that a fishing hook on the boat? Yeah, it could have been. I've got a fishing hook. Rooster, thank you very much for the support. You are right though. You can skip the line if you plan ahead, but I tend to arrive somewhere and not have much of an itinerary, which is not so smart, is it? Ever thought about the team up on DayZ with your wife? Well, we're only engaged, so not yet. Maybe one day. No. Maybe 3 years ago on Christmas Eve, I streamed and she came and sat in the room and had a drink or two for a couple of hours. But in real life, if we're in like a social situation, she's outgoing and will talk to people and make small talk, whereas I'm grumpy and I just look at people like I want them to go away. That's a little bit extreme. It's not quite like that, but it's not far away from that. Whereas when it comes to stuff like this, I can talk and be quite happy and really enjoy it. But she's a bit shy and doesn't really want to do it. Yes, man. I don't think clothing alone should be enough, but I agree with where you're getting to with what you're saying, though. I think it needs a mild version of the frost resistance that the mouse has, and I think most community servers will run that down the line. I think just the best insulation clothing shouldn't stop you from making fires, but the best insulation clothing in combination with being alive for about, let's say, 8 hours should mean you have to make hardly any fires. You know, and then if you're alive for 20 hours, you don't make any. I just think that would be really cool. Like if we had like frost resistance like the other maps have, like the mouse cows, it would be a really big deal. I really thought it was going to have it because they took away the other soft skill. So they took away the sewing and base building, tree cutting down soft skill. That had me really believing that we were going to get proper soft skill. I really thought it. What's this largest animal you think you could beat in a fight with nothing more than a shoestring more than 50% of the time? I could definitely beat a grizzly bear. I could beat a grizzly bear. I could beat a gorilla. I could take a rhino. No worries. I could take a rhino. No problem. That's the kind of thing that never really crosses my mind. Oh, so this is one of the... So there's a spring right up here, if that... No, I'm here, aren't I? I've missed the spring. I'm in this. I need to go back to those other houses. I do need to go to the spring, really, I think. So we're going to do that. I don't know. Honestly, me trying to beat up an animal is not really something I genuinely consider. I think I could take you up. The cat round the corner could do me for sure. There's a cat round the corner that thinks it's the fucking king. It sits there on the path, and you walk past, like we walk past with the dog. Our dog is afraid of it, but it just sits there, and then when the dog gets near, it stands up on its paws and makes the middle of its back like touch the fucking sky, and then it starts like crabbing towards the dog to shoo it away. It don't give no shits. It really don't. It's like boss cat. It's the top cat for sure. Like when we get to the bit where it's normally sitting, it sits like on the path just outside, just kind of level with where its house is, I guess. It sits there a bit like Clint Eastwood in Gran Torino, and then the dog starts trying to cross over. When we get about 3 or 4 houses away from where the cat would normally be, even if you can't see the cat, he tries to cross over. He don't want to go there. Did you know you can cure heavy metal poisoning with soft jazz? That sounds correct. One of my buddies at work said a blue whale and was 100% serious. Maybe he plans to block its blowhole. Amworth. Maybe he knows that if he goes two-footed tackle straight into the blowhole, he can suffocate it. He might need a very, very long snorkel if it dives down, though. Otherwise, he's fucked. You got the heat buff glitch. I didn't know there was a heat buff glitch. I'm going to play a little bit longer before I decide if I've got the heat buff glitch or not. Doesn't seem that long ago I last made the fire. You never struck me as a snorkeler. I tried it when I was a kid, but I just kept swallowing seawater. No matter what I did, I couldn't. You'd go and you'd be trying to snorkel, and then you'd go under a little bit. And then you'd come back up and you'd try to do that thing to blow all the water out. And then when I breathed in, I'd just be inhaling seawater. It didn't work. I couldn't do it. I think it's because when I was 10, I had the lungs of a fucking 3-year-old. We might be bugged. I don't know. It's going faded to me. I don't think I am bugged. It looks a bit more faded. I just thought it was kind of sustained a touch by changing to a warmer jacket, but you may well be correct. We'll see. We shall see. Oh, food. Spark plug, where are you? Nowhere to be found. There are snorkels with a cap, so you don't have water in it when you go back up. Oh, they didn't have them back in my day. They didn't have them then, they didn't. You are free.
TRMZ love.
Oh. Going a bit high. You can tell I've not used the splitting axe for a little while, can't you? I'm going way above his head, I am. See, I'm not plus symbol bugged. I've lost a plus symbol. I call that up your bum time. The only time I've had a plus symbol bug on the map so far is when I can't get the plus symbol, not when I can't lose it. Favourite melee weapon? The M4. Killsboy, thank you very much for coming in. Appreciate it. Thank you. I think my favourite melee weapon is a knife. That you don't need anything more than a knife. It's the best melee weapon. It's stupidly OP. Hunting knife. Favourite melee weapon. Done. You got on a bit early today. Yeah, I'm doing a split stream, dude. I'm doing a few hours now, and then I'm stopping for a bit, and then a few hours later. Typical Hunk and Brad, thank you very much. Cheers for the support. Rooster, thank you for the super chat. Stu, Bone Break, thank you very much. The pair of you guys, thank you. You can keep drinking a bit when the stomach symbol comes up. If you've not eaten anything for a while, you can drink an entire cooking pot. But I'm never 100% sure when I last ate, so I tend to just err slightly on the side of caution. But if you know for sure you've not eaten for, let's say, 10 minutes, you can drink the entire contents of a cooking pot without throwing up. I have a rag inside the cooking pot on purpose, yes. Because every time I was trying to split a rag, it was putting them there. So I could do something else now. Have more loot. But it was there just as a blocker. It was there as a blocker to stop other shit going in. Right. I don't think I... Did I loot that house? I think I looted that house. Right, let's start a search for the spark plug again. Mostly Mikey. Well, that's partly why I started early. I said exactly that earlier, you know. It's about an hour's drive to where the appointment is. And the appointment time is 2:30. So, we could be out and I could be home by 4 o'clock. Or she might not even be seen by 4 o'clock. It's just hard to know, you know. You never know. I wasted my time fixing that other one and there was a pristine one in here. Sheds never have... Oh, there's a few Zs. Sheds never seem to have much. Just give me a Mr. Sparkler. Do you have any info on the next DayZ game? No one does, dude. No one does. I believe they are working on it, but we won't see an announcement for ages. I seriously doubt we'll see an announcement of it even being worked on until Armour 4 is out or just before Armour 4 comes out. I'd be staggered. I'd love that to be wrong. And they may not be working on it, but I do believe they will be. Because the engine that we're using here stopped being iterated on really in kind of 2019 and they've been really working on it to make Armour 4 and they'll be able to take the spine of that and make a game for DayZ and make lots of money. You know, of course they'll do it. But when? That's the $6 million question. Nice. I was about to say I need to get some proper gloves. Reindeer sounds angry. Don't need any more rope, do we? No, we've still got the rope belt, that'll do. I think I'm going to make a fire back in that little shed behind, but the plus symbol's still here for now, so I might as well maintain it. I feel like the change of clothes and the fact that my clothes are now not wet, I changed to cargo pants that are in good condition, and they're high insulation, and also the P-coat. I feel like the better clothes have made the plus symbol last longer, which I think is definitely a thing. I'm really hoping Wobo will do a video on it and like compare, like, if you get 2 plus symbols with shit clothes, the plus symbol seems to last hardly any time. But if you get 2 plus symbols with really good quality clothes, it seems to last much longer. I'm kind of hoping Wobo will do a video on it. That would be good. They didn't take long to go damage, did they? I can't wait to go and check those containers and find nothing again. That'll be good. How do you spell it? Exactly how you spelled... You spell Wobo exactly how you spelt it, dude. You got it right first time. Wobo makes a lot of tips and, like, deep dives into the game and how it works, which some of it's really, really useful, and some of it is something you might or might not need. But you learn something from pretty much every Wobo video, you know, which is great. You know, you can't say that about many. Like, the reality is that Wobo's videos are probably more for people that already played the game. If you're brand new to the game, they're tips that are probably for more when you've got experience. But if you play the game a lot, you'll learn something that you didn't know most of the time. I don't watch all the videos though, because I just don't play in that way. So I don't care if I don't know the exact stats for every gun. I don't care. But I play with the game a lot. I play the game a lot, and I get a feeling of what guns I like and why. And then usually at some point I see a Wobo video that backs up what I thought anyway. Wobo is a kind of DayZ shaman. Oh, okay. I like that. How long's the first shift? I'm stopping in 2 hours under from now. So that'll be about 3 hours and 45 minutes roughly. I feel like we might be in the sort of area where we could potentially get 3 pluses now. I feel like my clothes are pretty good. We've got best insulation face covering, best insulation jacket, high insulation trousers, best insulation shoes. I think we're 3 plus symbol time now. DJ, I'm pretty sure smoke won't be on later, dude. What can I, like, we could put that in there. Oh. Yep, there we go. 3rd plus symbol is coming. Funny, I just drank pretty much a full cooking pot of water and I still haven't got to full hydration. Do I only play vanilla servers? No, I like to play different ones. I played lightly modded yesterday, and I'm not really sure what I'm on today. However, I like to play mostly vanilla or lightly modded. So even if I'm playing lightly modded, it still plays similar to vanilla. You know, I don't really like some stuff like, say, infinite stamina or trader bases and things like that. They're not really my kind of thing. Jag, yeah, I really like the map as well. I hope John McClane gets sorted. I did. He's been on Twitter a little bit about it, but I think it's a shame. I'm sure the devs are working on it, but it's a real pain. There's something changed with the way that the a certain object that's affected a lot of modding servers, modded maps, and there's also something wrong with the nav mesh that they have to create, the nav mesh creator, I think. And so basically, some of the modded maps are broken right now, and they can't fix them, it sucks. So yeah, I hope they get that sorted. Broken how? Well, it's to do with a particular concrete object, which they've changed the way it kind of is placed in the map. So they've changed the design of it somehow. I'm not a map creator, so you'll have to forgive my bad explanation. But they've changed the design of an item, and if you've used it a lot in your map, it completely fucks your map up. So let's just say this floor was made of loads of these particular concrete blocks. They would all be like sticking 6 foot out of the air and blocking you from getting past or whatever, right? And there's no way for them to easily fix it other than to go in and manually move everything one by one. So if you've got those blocks, you might have thousands of them across your map. And so they'd have to go back and try and painstakingly change them all, because there's no other way to do it. And even if they did that, I believe there's no way to redo the nav mesh at the moment. So there's basically problems with one thing. It's like this one asset, but if you've used it a lot in your map design, it's fucked your map up. And they changed it because they found an issue with it that was causing a lot of performance issues. So they found an issue that was a genuine fault and it needed to be corrected. But obviously that has a big impact on existing maps. Oh, okay. I didn't have the desired effect, but never mind. I was hoping to get them to be worn. Not that it really matters. Just makes the packet look nicer. And it is one of the dangers of it, you know, like, it's a frustration, and if you're a map creator, it's an extraordinary frustration. But I think it's a really common thing with games that are still... like, DayZ is not, strictly speaking, in development, but it's still being developed. There's no denying that, you know, it's still being developed. Which means that sometimes they do a patch and it messes with the mods and it messes with the modded servers, and it's really frustrating, you know, like, it's a tale as old as time, but it doesn't... it's not really the devs' fault that they're trying to improve the game, but it can really fuck with the modders, which is not ideal, you know. But I do know they're normally quite eager to try and help to resolve things. You know, Sumrak is quite good at getting involved and trying to help find solutions to things. You know, he's obviously made in a mouse. He's a map modder and he's a DayZ dev. Cry, I don't think John McClane is a map creator for a living. No, I'm pretty sure map creation is more of his hobby. I don't know what he does for a living, if I'm honest, but I'm pretty sure it's not DayZ maps. The map creators, it's a real big shame, actually, in general, not just map creators, but lots of modders as well. But there's a lot of work goes in. Like, there's so much work that goes into DMR, for example. But people just go and play it, you know. Like, it's a map, it goes live, people play it and love it, and that's great, you know. But if you want to play Sakhal, you have to buy it for $27, you know. And people play it and love it. How many people that have played DMR for 500 hours do you think have sent John McClane $27? I'm guessing it's not many. You know, not that I'm trying to shame anyone into doing it, but the people that bought Sakhal, a lot of those will have played DMR for free for years. You know, of course, modding is not something that should have a charge, but it's kind of, you'd hope that a lot of people would think, actually, this has been an amazing map. I'm going to send him $5 or something. You know, that would be really cool if more people did. And it's the same for all the other maps. It's not just him, obviously. That's one hell of a conspiracy theory, Blade Glim. I wouldn't be surprised if it's being used, if it's being said. I don't believe that would be the case, but, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if it's being thought. On the subject of conspiracy theories, that I forgot this one. There's a comment on yesterday's stream, so a comment on the VOD, suggesting that I'm hacking. I've literally done nothing but die on Sakhal for like 3 weeks, nearly. But anyway, because I logged in yesterday, and I don't really know what the... Well, I'm not going to go into the details, but anyway, it's quite funny. When I joined yesterday's stream, I was hacking. Absolutely. So the irony of that, that it's very, very likely that some fucker waited for me because they'd watched where I'd logged out. So some fucker's there to be a stream sniper to try and kill me, and yet somebody watching thinks that I'm cheating. You know, I'm the cheat in that scenario. It's just fucking beautiful. It's fucking hilarious. There should be something more for the modder community, maybe 100 free hours, then pay a fee. There was a time a while ago where Steam were going to allow it so that you could charge for mods in the Steam Workshop. And the whole modding community and the gaming community in general all rallied against it, and it got removed as an idea. So I don't think anybody would really want to make it so there was a charge. But certainly trying to promote a little bit. Some people are much better at it. So John McClane, for example, he does stream. He streams his work. So he'll be creating a map. He'll be working on DMR, or he'll be working on one of his other projects, whatever, right? Alteria or whatever. And he streams while he does it, which allows him to monetize it a little bit, you know, which is very smart, you know. But it's really hard to monetize. Why? That's really good. This has been the best structure or best building for me to find these spark plugs in. I found them here more than anywhere else. But yeah, it's a tricky thing. There are quite a few boat spawns around here, so maybe we can get lucky for once. That would be good. I do think a lot of the boats are being picked up by people and then being just left somewhere wherever they log out. So finding a boat, it's a bit like finding a car where they spawn. It can be really quite hard. You might be unlucky and not get one. Unfortunately, that's not the boat we're looking for. I've not done the islands yet today. I'm on my first life. I'm trying to do the best I can. So I just found the first spark plug. It's taken 2 hours. Hopefully it takes less than 2 hours to find the boat. How long to raid a vanilla base door with melee tools? Dude, I wouldn't bother myself. You're going to need a lot of tools and a lot of patience. I'd be inclined, if I wanted to do a base raid, I'd be inclined to go and find as many grenades as I could. Even if you can get like 6 grenades, it's going to half the time. I've no idea how long it takes to beat off a door. But a long time. Excited to see Lolpool lose in Germany tonight. Well, if you say so. You're right, Beans. Nothing better to do than being paid to watch TRMZ. Fucking hell, very cool. To try and steal a boat. I really hope we find our own boat. I don't want to do any more boat stealing. I just want my own boat. That didn't go well, did it? Do I have a lot of practice of beating off? Yeah. In all seriousness, how do you think Liverpool will do tonight? It's a weird thing, right? Liverpool are top of the league. They just beat Chelsea on the weekend. I still feel Liverpool are a little bit away from their best, and they're winning, which is amazing. Like, if that's a really good sign, because they're winning and they're not really looking stunning. They're looking composed. They're controlling games reasonably well. They're defending really well. They're not conceding many goals in the Premier League. They've not had that much of a... I keep seeing, even Gary Neville keeps saying Liverpool haven't had to play anyone yet. Like, he sits there with a straight face and says Liverpool haven't had to play anyone yet. They beat Man United at Old Trafford. Like, he's got so little belief in United that he's not prepared to, like, even acknowledge it at the moment. Anyway, they have had a relatively easy run of games aside from that. But I don't know. I'm not that confident in how they're playing at the moment. Is really where I'm trying to get to. So going into today's game, I'm kind of feeling like it might be a draw. It might not be that easy. You know, Leipzig have got no points in the league, in the Champions League so far, but that doesn't mean they're a bad team. I feel like it might even be a draw. It might be quite a slow game, but I'm expecting at some point Liverpool to really turn it on and win a game like 4-1, 5-0 or something. You know, like they're really close to playing stunningly well, but they're not quite cutting in front of goal, and that might come soon. You know, I'm kind of hoping it comes on Sunday when they play Arsenal away. That would be a great game to absolutely beat them up. You know, I'm sure that's not what's going to happen, but it would be cool if it did. Do you think Barcelona can beat Bayern? Well, any game like that is a close game, isn't it? Barcelona are not in the best of ways right now, are they? But they're always in with a chance against anyone. Neville isn't even a United fan. Well, he's got blinkers on half the time when he's talking, you know. Some of the things he says comparing... Like at the start of the season, before a ball was picked, he was legitimately kind of like with a straight face saying that United's midfield was substantially better than Liverpool's, you know. Now, admittedly, last year Endo was playing, and this year he's not. But I think that was a stretch in my book. Obviously, I'm biased because I'm a Liverpool fan, but I didn't think that was the case. They had got some new signings, like Ugarte, or however you say it. Like, he just signed, and he could be a really good player. Is Odegaard out as well? I didn't know that. I didn't know that. I knew Saliba was sent off. I didn't know Odegaard was injured. To be honest, I've not seen a great deal. I did see Arsenal play, but I didn't really pay much attention. I saw it on Match of the Day. I don't know why I'm up here. I need a boat. I guess getting a bit higher up helps me to see if there is one. Been injured for ages. Oh, okay. I don't know. I want to watch the game on Sunday. I want to watch Liverpool away at Arsenal. It's a huge if, but if Liverpool could somehow beat Arsenal, they are properly right in the title race. I know they're top of the league right now, but winning away to Arsenal, which is not easy, but if they were to do it, that would be a cool thing. Best insulation, ours is already. We'll just keep this one. I don't like the gold buttons. This has not been worth it, is it? there a boat on the crane? No, but you can get sniper rifles on the plane. On the crane, sorry. So I was looking for a sniper rifle. The other good thing about going on the crane is that it just allows you to check along the edge of the water a bit more easily, just to see if there is a boat. I don't think there is a boat. So I'm going to check that crane as well. You're right, Salami. Yeah, hopefully we'll get a boat that I don't get killed at, eh? By some evil-doing orc stealer. I don't think Arsenal are title contenders. Not actually that good. I think they are. I think they've been really close. They were really close last season. I think Arteta's done a decent job. And they look really solid. And if they can keep the right players fit, which they're not doing right now, and if they can avoid getting sendings off, I think they'll be right in the title race. I think City could be in trouble. I really hope that's the case. I think this could be the year City don't win it. Even if they don't get a points deduction, because of like Rodri being injured for the whole season. Mate, is such a big leveler. He's their most important player. I think it just gives everyone a chance. Yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Liverpool's squad depth is not. But they have got replacements in a lot of areas. So they've got really good replacements at fullback, for example. They've got 5 strikers or 5 attacking players, not strikers, but they've got limited strength in depth at centre back and central midfield within reason. You know, like Curtis Jones and Harvey Elliott aren't playing very much, and Curtis Jones played great. Oh, whoa, that could have been bad. Played great at the weekend. So they have got some really good players and 1 or 2, but centre-back and maybe central midfield, I still feel they're a little bit light. They've got Endo as well, so they have got cover. But, I don't know, it depends what kind of injury they get, you know, like... It depends who gets injured. You know, last year they had so many terrible injuries around the time that we were in the League Cup. People like Salah was out for a long time, Szoboszlai was out, and a lot of them were out. And then when they came back, they just didn't get back into form. It was like getting into the latter stage of the season. They were coming back from injuries, and they were just not the same players, you know. Have you tried finding the boat rather than looking for the boat? I'll do that. I'll do that right away. How about those Yankees? Yeah. When was the last time the Yankees won the whatever they win? The World Series. When was the last time the Yankees won it? When was it? I don't think they've won it for a while, have they? Not that they've necessarily won it yet. "12 years ago." Okay. Yeah, I know that, Alison. That's why I'm talking about it. So I know they're in the final. That's because you just said how about those Yankees. So that's what prompted me to talk about it. Where's best to find boats? Nils, it's very similar to shark attacks. They usually happen on the beach. Well, just in the water, close to the beach, you know. Most boats are found where you might get attacked by a shark in about 3 feet of water. Starting to regret checking these fucking cranes. Holy shit. Spare spark plug. Mr. Sparkler. What is it doing there? I didn't know Luke spawned just on the floor. You find them near boat spawns, dude. That's definitely a good play. Gran Turismo. Well, good luck. Hope it goes okay. That's cool. I seriously doubt boats spawn down here. I think it would be too cruel, but we ought to have a check. I'd love to see Núñez score a few goals, Hort. I would. I really rate Jota. He's an amazing player, but I'd like to see Núñez start a few games in the Premier League. I know Jota injured his ribs in the last game. I haven't had a read up to see how injured he is, but I'd really like to see Núñez get a run. I don't think he's ever going to be a star striker in the Premier League, but inside Núñez is an amazing player. He just needs to come out a little bit more. It's so frustrating. Did you hear yesterday, Paul? The Saudis want to buy Liverpool for something like 8 billion. I'm totally against states owning clubs. I kind of am, to be honest. I hope it doesn't happen, but if it does, it would change the transfer market. You know, like the reality of the state ownership. It's exactly like that advert. You know, like there's an advert that covers it exactly. You know, like everyone's against it until their club gets bought, and then they're like, "Fuck me, we can win the league." You know, but I'd like it not to happen if at all possible. Full of love. So sometimes people will gift a couple of subs or even 5 or whatever it may be, and they can be distributed randomly to people watching or following the stream. So you've got one of those. A Twitch sub is not something you ever need to do, but it's basically a way to support the streamer that you're watching. And again, there's no obligation to do so, but the benefits of subscribing, you don't see any adverts in the stream while you've got the sub button. This is on Twitch, by the way. You don't see any adverts on the stream, and you get emotes that you can use across the whole of Twitch, like a little button that shows you subscribing. But the main reason to subscribe to a streamer is because you like what they do and you want to sort of say thank you a little bit. That's beyond. That's really all it is. It's a bit like, I know, you're sitting in a town square, having a coffee, and there's someone playing the guitar in the square and you like it, so you drop £1 in their guitar case when you leave. It's a bit like that. You don't have to do it. That's all it is. Would rather this stingy yank we have now. Well, I would, yeah. They are stingy, but they've done a lot of good stuff for Liverpool, certainly compared to Gillette and Hicks anyway. I think they've been good. I think they've been decent owners. They made a bit of a mistake not working out which way the wind was blowing on the whole Super League nonsense, right? But all of the clubs did that. I have 2 ropes. Get rid of that one. Yeah, the contract situation is a worry. I did read yesterday that Van Dijk is deep in contract talks now. I believe they're sorting it out, but it's shit. But they took on the people in the summer, didn't they, to try and do all this stuff? So like Richard Hughes and whatnot. But those people have like only just really got in role, and now they're getting to it. You know, they had the transfer window. They've now started trying to deal with the contracts. But yeah, I agree. I don't want Salah to leave, and I don't want Van Dijk to leave, but Trent is the one that... He's such a valuable player. Letting him go for free would be a fucking crime. I don't want him to go full stop, but letting him go for free, my God. I bet boats can spawn along here. Put the camera up. Am I a Liverpool fan? Yes. Only an armchair fan, though. I've never seen him play live. I've only ever seen him on the telly. I will see him live at some point, but it'll be probably a one-off thing. What's my opinion on Sabozlai? First half of last season, I thought he was amazing. Second half of last season, he got injured and then he wasn't so great. He makes some strange choices occasionally. He takes shots that maybe he shouldn't take. He doesn't seem very clinical, but I think Sabozlai is a very good player. I think he should be playing, but I don't know if he's a really good player, but he's never going to be Kevin De Bruyne, is he? You know, like I don't know. He's the best we've got right now in that position. And why am I checking this boat again? I already said I wouldn't check any more boats. What team is it following the NFL? I don't really properly follow them, but the Buffalo Bills are the team that I've always kind of liked. There's a few others that I like for silly reasons. So I quite like the Jets, and it's really just because of the colour. I really like the colour of the helmet, which is kind of nonsense really. But that really deep metallic green helmet looks great. I think I quite like the Jets, but my team are the Buffalo Bills if I had one. Right, I'm very much hoping we'll get a zombie with a plate carrier here. We kind of need one. Lifetime Jets fan here. I wish that green helmet mended the pain. Yeah, I can imagine. To start dropping some shit. Didn't make anything of the collating tablets, but they're quite useful, aren't they? Don't really want this, but if I happen to find a suppressor or something, it could be useful. Didn't I have ACP rounds? Oh, they'll be in here.
Fuller Love donated $10.78. Thank you for explaining subs. So here is a coin in your hat towards a bottle of vino on your holes, and thank you for the tunes.
No worries,
Me
dude.
and
Thank
my
you.
hubby V much enjoy watching. You are a bit of a soundtrack to our lives since
the pandemic. Well, thank you, Full of Love. Appreciate it. That's very kind. I hope you're both well. Thank you very much. Why not get the other vest till you can find a plate carrier? Where was the other vest? I don't even remember where I saw it. Oh, I'll get the next one. I really believe I'm going to get a plate carrier, is the honest truth, but 24 slots. I'm going to take it. It's not as warm, which is a problem, but I need space. I could drop those sticks. Carrying sticks is kind of a waste of space, isn't it? I'm going to try and see if I can just play with heat packs for now. Heat pack ×2, see how we go. Not taking the Scorpion. There's not actually that many military zombies around, which is kind of surprising. In the other camo container. Oh well, I missed it. Is Frostline worth buying? Well, I'm biased, but yes, definitely is. I would buy it. You think with the new inventory changes, more players will opt for storage vests over plates? I don't. I certainly won't. Don't have rope anymore. Yeah, you can turn a rope belt back into rope though, dude. It's fine. I just took it off because I got the hip pack. Bison. Full of love, no worries. When I say dude, I'm not assuming any genders, by the way. It's more of a DayZ-ism, so it's just anybody. That's for sure, but nonetheless, thanks for coming in. Dudette. I hope you're good. Thank you. High insulation, best insulation, just because they're not wet. They'll be wet again in a minute, though. Big, thank you very much for the support. What, Big? I don't what. Good morning, sorry. Just went into autopilot for a sec there, Big. But thank you for coming in. Hope you're good. Really hoping to find a plate. I'm surprised we've not found one yet. Oh, okay, that's good. Let's that up a bit.
EZ.
Easy. Thank you very much. It's me, Snail. Thank you. Shukin as well. Cheers for the 48. Thank you for the 2. AKA Salmon and Sears. Thank you very much for the support, both of you as well. Thanks very much for the Prime subs. Thank you. I feel like there might be something inside here. I've not been in here much. Is there a tent or anything in here? There's a couple of containers. I'm surprised we came out of that not unconscious, to be honest. That was really tricksy. It's lucky I had enough stamina. It's also lucky that the ACP... well, it's not lucky, it's just a feature of it, but it's lucky that the ACP does do that, that you can... like, make the zombies stagger when you shoot them. I'm going to check a little bit of this school just while we're here. You never find anything in this, but it's right in a little military pocket, isn't it? So maybe it's military school, you never know. Just going to check a few buildings. So you stop getting hit, Paul, you twat. Let's have a little look. That bag gives me a little bit of hope, because that's normally associated with a military spawn, right? That room doesn't give me so much hope. I'm not going to check every room, I think it will be stupid, but I'm going to check a few. just to see if anything spawns. It feels like it's not worth it. I might just quickly double check the roof as well. Those heat packs are working while we're indoors though, aren't they? I've not got the plus symbol, but 2 heat packs are working. I don't think there's any loot in these, but you never know, they might have added something. School is always empty when I check on any server. Yeah, I suspect that is going to be the case, but it's nice to find out. Nice to find out, isn't it? Didn't I literally just eat a full can of fucking food? You used to get loot on the roof, didn't you? Back, like, the roof of this building in Severograd, in oldie worldy days, it used to be an absolute boon for SKSs and stuff like that. Now there's a ghillie suit there. But yeah, you used to get SKSs and shit. That ghillie suit on the roof does mean that you can get military loot on this roof, but obviously we're not got much. Certainly not enough to make it worth the bother. Fuck off. Gluten-free pancakes or gluten-free waffles? Death by firing squad or death by drowning? If you're making the pancakes yourself, I'd go pancakes. Because you can actually make decent gluten-free pancakes, which also means you can make decent gluten-free waffles, but I ain't got a waffle maker. So, pancakes, on that basis. Shall we have a quick check to see if we can find... There, one of them. That's somebody else's musty old one, but we'll take it anyway. Oh, nice. Okay. Two or three bandages would be useful. Oh, they're not in there. I thought they were in the cooking pot. I knew we'd get another one somewhere. I need to work on not completely filling it up. Let's take some shit. Say I don't ever say it. It's a bit framey around here. This bit of the map is a bit framey for me. Not having a waffle maker, now that's a world I wouldn't want to live in. Well, if you had to be gluten-free, you'd probably not be so worried. Right, we might as well check these 2 cranes. Let's see how we go. I've found fuck all from the cranes so far, but at least if we go up in one of the cranes, we might see where we might find a boat. The quest for a boat continues. The painful quest for boats that don't fucking exist. I feel like blazes don't spawn on these here. There's one or two of these in the north part of the map where you definitely can find blazes, but it seems like they don't.
With this one.
Yeah, here I am still checking them. Silver Stripe, thanks for coming in. Cheers for the support, dude. Thank you. Let's check one of these. Mainly so. Whoa. I imagine if a boat spawned in that, it'd be a nightmare getting the fucker out. I feel like along the beach there might be a boat. I think there might be a boat. There might be. BOT boat. I think I'm going to check any more of these. Not around here. Maybe I should, but I don't know. We ain't finding shit, are we? Why ain't none of the zombies got plate carriers today? Usually you can get a plate carrier where you fucking spawn, and I don't want that. If we just check in here, there could be like a military tent or something in one of these warehousey buildings. Could have been a military container, but there isn't. Chippy chips. I'm going to check the roof. Leech, I hope you get on the mend. I hope you're okay, dude. That sucks. Ray saying the last thing you want to see is a plate carrier. One will show up. The last thing I want to see is a boat. I can't stand them. I think they suck. The boats are absolutely terrible. I really hope I don't see one. There you go. How about that? Will that work? Cool if you could get on that ladder. Where is other players? We haven't bumped into anyone for a while. We met one friendly dude and then he ran away. Renners, thank you for the super chat. Silver Stripe, it's me, Snail, Shuken, full of love. Thanks a lot for the support, peeps. Right, that dome building there often has bullets and stuffs, so we're going to go and check the dome building. I don't know if I can get up there from... I was thinking I might get up there from here, but I don't think I can. I think it's going to be too much of a vault. Yeah, that's not vaultable, that one, I'm afraid. That's a shame. Is there no... Oh, there's a ladder down there. I might as well just go back and use the stairs. Gloves damaged, yeah. I do think the wear on gloves is a bit too much, right? Like you slide down 1 or 2 ladders and they're fucking damaged. It's just a little too much. You're wearing the gloves to protect your hands, and then you have to go around fucking sewing kitting them after every ladder. Maybe I'm wrong, but it just seems a little bit over the top to me. Wow. We've hit the mother load. Bye-bye axe. Actually would still like to carry that if it fits in there. Fuck off. Okay, no melee weapon for us then. I haven't even got a knife, actually. Oh well. So you can get AKM mags on the peninsula. So let's not go there. To be honest, I'd much rather have a boat than a thingy. Got to the bunker for the first time today. Got 2 doors open. Only found a Vicky. Then got killed on the 3rd door. That sucks, dude. Every time I've been on that dome, I've found something decent. That's the first gun, but I've found boxes of 308 or 556 or SKS or whatever. But yeah, it's got something decent and military. Hey Bond, you're right, dude. A funny feeling I might be dropping that soon. Like maybe we'll find an SKS or something. I'm probably going to need it. I could use it actually. I could chamber it, couldn't I? I could use it as like a chambered snipper rifle. I'd like a Battertrix though, that would be good. I don't think I have a battery, do I? No. This is a question that I've got to ask, right? This is something that I can't... It just goes to show how dead the Marvel universe is right now. Has anybody been watching Agatha All Over or whatever it's called? Has anybody watched that, and is it terrible? I can't say I'm particularly interested. Like, I'd really... The worst thing I've seen from Marvel, in my opinion, was that WandaVision show. And I know some people love it, and that's fine, but I couldn't fucking stick it. The M4s are located in the containers, and I have found one, yeah. Well, I know it. I obviously know who the character is, because I did watch WandaVision. Every time I watched an episode, I was like, this is going to get good soon, and then it didn't. Alan, you're the first one to say you love it. That's cool. At least somebody does. I don't think I can be bothered. Like, in the old Marvel universe, all of the films were kind of vaguely related, but now you've got, like, tiers. You've got... tiers as in T-I-E-R. I feel like the Agatha character is never going to be a part of the actual major films. It's just like a little side hustle for them to have something for Disney Plus streaming services, right? There's nothing wrong with that if it's good, you know. Like, I suspect the Penguin is likely to not get that heavily involved in the Batman universe, let's say, or the DC universe. I don't know, but as a show standing alone, it stands on its own. It's an amazing show. It doesn't matter that it's irrelevant that it's from DC. It's just really good. But I don't know. I just can't get excited about it. I don't think I'm going to bother. I didn't watch She-Hulk. I didn't watch the one with the girl, Miss Marvel or whatever it was called. I just can't be bothered. I watched the one with the crossbow lady, like Hawkeye that's not Hawkeye. That one was okay. I can't remember what it was called. Iconic. You're meant to be able to find an M4 on that northernmost island as a freshie. It's a dynamic boat, so the way you found it was in a container that was this map's equivalent to the helicopter crash site, so you're meant to be able to find it there, you know, like, you were very lucky, but more often than not, if you go and find one, you're a new spawn that's just found an M4 with no mag, you know, like, if you go up there and find an M4 with a mag, you're very, very, very lucky, and it's a rare occurrence, right, so... Yeah, I agree. It's certainly Colin Farrell's reputation is only enhanced by Penguin. I agree. It's really good. You don't even know it's Colin Farrell. You know, I'm not saying it's like the best performance ever. I think the lady who plays Sophia is amazing in it as well. I really like her character. We won't do any spoilers for Penguin before anyone starts saying, but yeah, no spoilers. Yeah, Colin Farrell has done some great films. He's come a long way since Phone Booth, which isn't a bad film, but like if you think about the remake of like Total Recall and where he was at then, he's come a long way, hasn't he? You know, he could have ended up being some kind of like B movie action hero, but he's done a lot of really good films like In Bruges and the other one he did, the Irish one that was out not so long ago. He's done a lot of really good films. In Bruges is amazing, isn't it? It's such a good film. Banshees of Inisherin. It's such a strange film, that. It's a really nice film, but... It's a really nice film, and I enjoyed watching it, but it's just really strange. It's like a fly-on-the-wall documentary to just some weird occurrences, and then it ends. I'm actually going to loot these houses a little bit because I need some kind of knife. Why can't I do that with the fucking boat? Right, let's not loot anymore. I've seen some of the Fantastic Beasts films because my daughter likes Harry Potter, so we watched them. But they're not terrible, but they're not memorable in any way for me. I didn't really hate them or anything, but I didn't find them that. I can't remember a thing about them. Heat packs have gone. I think I should maybe make a fire. Okay, what was I looking for a Battertrix for? Ah, I remember. It's still carrying sticks. I think I need to make a fire with the sticks I've got just to make some, like, take away some space. I'm just going to make a fire here. I need to get rid of these sticks and just get sticks as I need them. I think that would be smart. Tony, I don't think mags degrade based on the quality of the bullets. I think they just degrade as you load them and unload them. And like as you put bullets in and then you load them in the gun, they can get damaged. They definitely can get damaged from just loading them, and I don't think it's to do with the bullet quality. It's just to do with the process of loading them. Photos, thank you very much for the gifted membership, dude. Thank you. Renners, thank you for the super chat once again. Captain Heineken, cheers for the 4 months. I kind of want to go and make a cup of tea. I might do that in a sec. I can't really do it in the game, but I might go and make a cup of tea in a minute. I'm fucking hungry. Which might seem stupid, but if I make a tea, it will help. I think I've got egg mayo sandwiches coming any second. It was a bit of a dog yawn. I don't think I want to go AFK and make a tea while I'm doing this, but I think I'll run and make one. I'll waddle and make one in a minute. The fucking kids' school. Like every day I get about 4 emails from the fucking school. Homework club today cancelled. And then in a minute there'll be an email that says new item added to the school shop, and it's like a fucking eraser or something. Or there's like a new different design of sock for the uniform. Like, every fucking day. It's so stupid. How did we live without all these emails back in the day? Cheers, Focus. Thank you again. That's very kind. Thank you. How old am I? I'm 38, Ghost. I wish that was my biggest complaint whilst on the job. Well, it's not a complaint from being on the job, Josh. It's just a complaint in general. Silly little things upset blokes, or they certainly upset me, but it's not work related in any way. It's more like, why can't the school stop sending 5 emails a day? What the fuck? They must have something better to do. Do I ever slip up and say my real age? What, 38? All the time. Dazza, Mick and Chris. It was a little while ago, but thanks for the follows on YouTube. Do you think there should be a new car or weapons? I'm really fussed about a car, personally. I'd like to see the bus back. The bus would be cool, like the proper bus, the fun bus. New weapons? In vanilla, I'm kind of vaguely alright with where they're at. I don't think there's that much needed, personally. On Experimental Hort, you could get AKMs and DMRs at Tissy, so I don't know if it's still the same now, but 126 has definitely changed the loot economy, yes. Oh, good. Storm. Right, there we go. We've got 3 pluses. Yeah, I wouldn't mind seeing more like that, a non-lethal weapon or two, like a taser, you know. Some modded servers have tasers, but a proper taser or something would be cool. I think they added the rubber slugs to shotguns as a non-lethal option, but they're so hard to hit with because they travel so slow. Nobody uses them. Right, I'm going to go and make a tea in a minute, but I'm just going to get across this. I'm going to get across this land bridge first. Viking unofficial suppressors are rare. So I actually agree with that. I think the VS89 taking a suppressor would be a good choice, but it's okay to disagree, isn't it? I think the VS89 is really just a slightly worse Mosin. You have to find a mag for it. It's not quite as powerful. It spawns in military bases, and it's not that common. I think they should do this. If anything, they should take the suppressor off the SVD and put it on the SV98. It would make much more sense. It's ever so slightly harder to get kills with because it's bolt action, and it would make that much more useful as an actual long-range sniper rifle. VS89 can range to 1200 metres. That doesn't make it workable at that range though, does it? I think the PU scope ranges to something like 1100 metres. You can't even see players beyond a kilometre, so it's kind of moot really, you know. The reality is the scope zoom on both guns is not sufficient really to take shots at 900 metres or so, you know. The SV can use better scopes. That's really debatable. On modded servers it's true, but in the regular game, the 4x or 6x ACOG, that's a personal choice between that. I can't stand the 6x ACOG, so I'd use the regular ACOG. But I like on official, assuming they've not changed it in the last patch, and I don't think they have, you can only get suppressors in the gas zone. So the only way to get a suppressor for an SV98 would be to loot a full MBC kit and then go and look. So they're very rare. I think putting it on the SV98 would be cool. I really struggle to understand why that suppressor fits on the SVD but not the SV98. It's a real shame. I'm going to loot the area here. I feel like an SKS is very, very likely. This storm sucks, doesn't it? I actually sat back because I was intended to go AFK, so I pushed my chair right back. I'm not really sitting in. I hope there's nobody here, because if there is, I'm in trouble. Actually, maybe I should sit a little closer. You can't use the hunting scope on the SV98. No, it takes the M4 variant scope, so the ACOGs and red dots. Badly damaged. I don't think I've got...
Flying over to Estonia next week to meet my new girlfriend who's a miner. She's a gold miner.
God, I'm glad that went the way it went. Oh my god. Fucking hell. Right, let's avoid any minor jokes for now, just in case. Let's not start a trend there. That would be good. That one was fine, but let's not test any waters, because someone's going to overstep the mark. Fuck me, I was a bit worried where that was going. Yatesy, dude, thank you very much for the support. And the temporary heart attack. Wow, tack back. I don't see tack back that often. I think we should take the black one, because we've got the black pouches. Yeah, you can get warm food on the Zeds sometimes. It's kind of cool that, but you can get it occasionally. I think I want the radiola. Someone's been here. God almighty, there's an M79. There's a thumper with the thing on it. It's actually got the launcher there. Just came out backwards then, didn't it? Didn't that come out backwards? It did. It went in forwards, but it came out backwards. Holy shit. Head first delivery. Nothing can go wrong with an M79 on the peninsula. Just ask Sour. Sorry, Sour. Okay, these were all Mosin or SV98 sharpshooters, weren't they? God, this weather is dismal. Someone's going to be on the peninsula, I think. That building, that barrack we were at had been looted. And the server restart was while I've been live, so there's been a server restart in the last hour or two.
Happy 41 months, Paul. Keep up the hard work and good luck for Sunday. TRMZ love, TRMZ love.
Guna, thank you. Yeah, I hope it goes okay. Well, hope it goes okay for me and us. I'll settle for a game where we both play well and draw. That'll do. I've got to be honest, if it can't be Liverpool that win the title, I'd rather it be Arsenal by a mile. I think, unless it's like a Man U, well, even Man U fans are going to struggle, but I think most fans are sick of City winning the league. So if Liverpool can't do it, I hope it's the Gooners, to be honest. Just sick of it being City. M4s and fouls don't spawn in the bunker, West. Today's title gives you the exact route that you need to take, really. You don't necessarily need a boat, but they spawn on the outlying islands in the dynamic containers. That's the only way to get one. The bunker has, if you're lucky, it has an SVD in it. Maybe an AKM. So I'm staying close to the coast because this peninsula has boat spawns all along it. So I'm looking for a boat, basically. That's what we're after. Big boss, big boy, sorry, not big boss. Yeah, I am early today. I'm doing a split stream today, so I'm going to be on for about another hour. And then I've got to go... Actually, that's the point. I'm not going to bother making a tea. My missus has got a hospital appointment at 2:30 today. And it's, I don't know, like the best part of an hour away. So I've got to stop the stream, take her to the hospital appointment, come back. And all being well, I'll be on again later today. Well, flashback, I don't think you need a spark plug for most other type of boats though, right? Like, I don't think you need a spark plug to just loot one of the, like, rowing boats. The visibility is pretty low, isn't it? This is first person nighttime, proper night. Finding the tack back has saved us some time though, hasn't it? I can just eat the tack back. I haven't got a fish, which is good. I know coming up this way there is a spot that spawns boats for sure. I found one there in the early days of the streamer server, and Doc Dryce killed me at it. Can I ask how many hours do you have on DayZ? Absolutely. Jonas, thank you for the new sub. Real Mo Green, thank you for the prime. Cheers for the support. Guna Yates, thank you. Fotus. 18,000 plus is the answer as per the Nightbot command. Thanks, Pixter. At that point you're going to go, oh blimey, did you know that that's like a year and 3/4 or whatever it is? I don't know how long it is, but it's a long time. And then I'm going to say, yeah, I went full-time streaming in May 2016, you know, like whatever full-time job you've done for more than 8 years, you're going to rack up the hours. I don't know how long it is in real time, but it's a long time. $750 days. Is it really? 750 days. That's a lot. That's nearly 2 years. Aren't you supposed to be a master at 10k hours? Yeah, Dark Helmet, you are. But the reality is that the mastery is maybe at streaming DayZ and not at playing it. I don't know. I'm not a master of either though. That's the trouble. If we find a boat now, I'm not even sure it's going to help me. I can't navigate in this. I've actually got 2 spark plugs. Yeah, I've got 2. I don't need 2, but I've got them. I am really hungry. I think I could hear the missus making my sangers downstairs, which is lovely for me, right? But they're not here yet, are they? Very hungry. Whatever you do, don't make a fire on a boat. Yeah. You got 5k in Rocket League. Blimey. I always thought that game looked quite fun. Never played it, but it does look pretty fun. Does your missus do delivery? Yeah. Hopefully. Got to be careful at these. There's quite a lot of mines spawn on this island. So there's a chance someone... I'm saying this now, and then I'll not check for mines, but... there is a reasonable chance there could be a mine planted in one of these. Starting to get a bit clearer again. I think we'll find a boat. We'll either find a boat that's spawned or we'll find a boat that's been left by a player. We'll find one or the other on this peninsula, I'm sure we will. Axel, I don't really play games in my spare time. I sometimes play the Switch on the TV downstairs in the living room with the kids. But the PC, where I'm more of a PC gamer, but like this room is for work. So I know it's playing games and I love what I do, so I'm not trying to make it sound hard, but when I've done my week in here, I don't want to come back in here in my spare time and spend more time in here, you know. It's when this PC gets used for nothing other than either streaming or preparing for YouTube, or like I do a few admin emails on it, but it doesn't get used for anything that's not related to Twitch or YouTube, basically. No porn gets watched on this PC. I don't do any PC gaming. Once in a blue moon, like when Sakhal first came out, I had a Saturday off and the missus went out to meet a friend for a little while. I played for 2 hours on my own of just DayZ, believe it or not, but that's the exception, not the norm. I don't normally. I obviously used to play, I'd go to work at Asda or something and come home and then play Call of Duty in the evening. And obviously that's great. It's your hobby. But if you played Call of Duty all day for a job, you probably wouldn't get home and play Call of Duty. Do you know what I mean? I don't play that anymore, but you get the point, right? I just don't feel like doing it. My mate wanted to use a shovel as a paddle. Ah. Yeah, Viking, I don't think 750 days is 2 years. 365 is 365 times 2. What's that? 350 times... Oh, no, maybe you're right. 365. So 350 plus 350 is 700. Yeah, 730. You're right. It is just over 2 years. I didn't do the maths. I didn't do it. You are correct, good sir. Do you think this map has made people more friendly? No, I don't think so. You can probably, when people are just starting out, you're more likely to meet somebody who's got nothing. And people who've got nothing are more friendly. So in that way, yes. But equally, people who've got nothing might try to take your something with a knife, you know, like I've done that several times. That doesn't allow for sleep days off. Well, Abram, the hours in the game are the hours in the game. That is solid time. So I don't leave my Steam running when I'm asleep, you know. So if I've got 18,000 hours in-game hours, that's how many I've played. I don't have the game running any other way. So that's real time. Do I miss playing by myself off camera? No, I always prefer to play by myself on camera. No, I don't miss it, no. Streaming, when I first started streaming, I really loved it. And I really enjoy it still. I found it really enhanced my experience of playing DayZ. Whether I had 20 viewers or however many people are watching now, or however many will be watching later when we've probably got more people watching at my usual stream hours, you know. It's fun. Streaming's more fun to me than gaming. So like if I was going to play DayZ, those 2 hours I played on that Saturday, I was really close to just turning the stream on. Because streaming for 2 hours is more fun than playing for 2 hours. The reason I didn't was purely that I was going to spend 2 hours explaining why I was on, and I just thought, fuck it, I won't bother. So this little area here definitely spawns boats. We need to see if we get lucky or not. Thank you. It's egg mayo sanger time. Yum, 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 yum. There is no boat, I think. I think it's spawned. There's a few spawns around here, but the one I found was there, and it's not there. That sucks. No boat. Guts to keep running. Jonas, thank you again for the new sub, and Real No Green, thank you for the new Prime sub as well. Thanks again. Right, I've got egg mayo sandwiches. They're a bit of a challenge to eat while streaming. This is going to be. I ended up getting coleslaw jizz all down my top yesterday. I'm going to try not to get egg mayo jizz down the top today. That would be good. suppose we ought to. Well, I missed my top and got them straight on my joggers. Go on, down your top, you say. Q-tip going down the same road, though. Egg mayo sandwich, so egg and egg. Don't knock it, dude. Egg mayo sandwiches are a gift from the gods. So it's egg salad, right? Egg salad might be the way you call it in America land, but it's one of the best sandwich fillings ever. You get a couple of boiled eggs, you mush them up with a fork so they're all mushy, and then you mix in some mayo, stir it all up. Then you put some the pepper in, and then if you've got it, you put a little bit of flat leaf parsley in, and then you have a couple of cherry tomatoes in, and then you eat it an orgasm. It's really, really good. Rest assured. God, that sounds disgusting. Yeah, really, it's surprising that lots of people don't, but egg mayo sandwiches are really popular in the UK. They're not popular if you're taking them to work. If you leave your egg mayo sandwiches in the fridge at work all day, they're not so popular. Well, Redline says they're popular in America land, but it's mostly Americans that think I'm talking like wizard speak when I start talking about it, though. Someone's definitely... Chives, yeah, I can see that. I'm quite keen on the flat leaf parsley. It goes pretty well, but we quite often have parsley because we use it for cooking occasionally, especially for carbonara. Need a boat. Where's the goddamn boat? Well, let's carry on. I do need to get the heat buff, yeah. Am I using iSurvive on another monitor? No.
3 years.
So I've been playing the map since October the 1st. I had a very quick look on iSurvive yesterday morning, just because I wanted to check that I was right in thinking that the boats can spawn pretty much anywhere on the mainland, and I was.
Look at that, 4 years. And resubbed just in time before your jolly days.
Yes, man, thank you. And DJ Tomo, thank you as well. But no, I've not used iSurvive at all. I've just been playing. I've been playing since October the 1st. And just learning the map by doing, you know. I think this is about my 14th stream, 13th or 14th, something like that. So if you said each of them conservatively were 6 hours long, then we're up to like somewhere around 80 hours plus, I'd say, and I think that's conservative. $18,000 record. I really would like to find me an AK mag. That would be good, wouldn't it? That's also good though. Wow. Wish the machete would fit in the fucker. I do need to stop and make a fire at some point. I think I'm gonna. I'd like to do it in a pine tree like the one we just passed, but I'm gonna keep going just for. I kind of would like to do it soon. I'm trying to eat these sandwiches. If I made a fire, it would make the sandwiches a lot easier to eat, wouldn't it? I think the bullets have gone on top. Or did they go somewhere else in my inventory? Where did those 18 bullets go? Ah. No, they've fucking vanished into the ether by the look of it. Fuck's sake. That's annoying. I didn't really need it. Very nice, older thing. Excuse me. Jindo, I'm still very much enjoying the map, yeah. But I like Namalsk as well, which has got similar, you know. I do quite like it, yeah, I really like it. I've not played any other map since it came out, and I was looking forward to playing it today. There are things you can do to try and cut the amount of fires you make, like using a crafted torch or lighting a broom. Like, we ran around for fucking ages with a lit broom yesterday. Now there's other challenges with it, but it is a survival game, right? I do think, and I've been saying since day one, they need to add the soft skill for frost resistance to it. It would really change it massively for the better. And I hope they do that at some point. I feel like there might be a plan with that. I could be wrong, but they deleted the soft skill that nobody used. I feel like maybe there's potential for the other soft skill to come, you know? I really like the map though. It's been lots and lots of fun so far. But if you're the sort of player or streamer that really wants action, like certainly streamers very often want PvP and fights and whatnot. It's a map that's a much more PvE focused map, and you can still get lots of PvP, but you're gonna have to work a lot harder. You know? You might have 3 deaths while you're trying to get started before you get a gun and stuff. You know, it's not the easiest map to stream if you're an out and out PvE streamer, I guess. Only just put those fucking boots on and they're damaged already. going to eat my sandwich. Parsley on carbonara is insane. Typical British. Drug, where are you from? If you're not Italian, you're talking nonsense. Quite commonly used. It might not have been used in the very, very original Italian recipe. It gets used a lot in carbonara for sure. Of course I wouldn't play the game every day. Dude, no, I'm not going to play 40 hours a week if I wasn't doing it on stream. Yeah, streaming absolutely keeps it interesting. Interesting custom bite. I've never had Miracle Whip in my life. Abraham, it's great. Really happy with it. Right. Don't put it in your coffee. We don't really do Miracle Whip over here. I put semi-skimmed milk in my coffee. My prison coffee, no less. Keep seeing someone saying something about in the window on the other side. I don't know what you were referring to, but I ain't seeing shit. Right, anyway. We've got 3 pluses. Let's go. We have coffee, mate. Oh, no, that was good. Where did the dude go calling out the British for putting carbonara in the... Where did he go? He went all quiet. He's gone Googling carbonara recipes now, so he can come back with some Dr. Google thing, because he's actually making fucking macaroni cheese or something. Yeah, I don't use guanciale, or however you meant to say it. I don't. Or pig's cheek. The recipe as followed that I used was meant to be pecorino, but I normally just use parmesan. And it tastes great. I could have done with 3 of those. Straight to jail in Rome. Well, carbonara's not so... We only have carbonara when the kids are here, really. It's just... The kids are... They're not fussy eaters, but of meals that we're going to cook from scratch, it's one that they really love. So spaghetti bolognese and carbonara is just like a no-brainer. No, you do, Redline. I went to a cheese shop in December once. You have a van comes round every week. Young Chip, that's very true. Look at that. Look at that beautiful, beautiful bastard. It's certainly not meant to have cream in it. If it's an Italian one, it shouldn't have cream in for sure. Cream is for heathens. That much is definitely true.
Cheers for 25.
I think that would be funny, actually. I've just seen the pineapple question raised. I think it would be funny to go to a really nice restaurant in Italy and ask for a pizza with pineapple on it. And then the other person you're with asks for carbonara made with cheddar cheese. Something like that. Just to see if you get kicked out. I don't think I pushed it quite far enough there. I think I better give it one more push. Yes. Right. Where are we heading? I'm going to start checking islands for the convoys, as per the title of the stream. We're looking for a DMR. There's also an island I've not been to. I need to look at the map, but there's one island. Like I said earlier, I checked iSurvive briefly yesterday. One of the islands looked like it had a couple of buildings on it. Now, it's probably nothing. I doubt it's anything exciting. It's probably 2 or 3 broken houses around a dock. But I want to go to the islands. They're more on the east side and the south. I want to go to those. I'm not convinced the fuel runs out in the boats. I don't think it does at the moment. I like corn on a pizza. I don't understand why people get so upset by pizza toppings. Like, I kind of vaguely understand Italians getting upset about pizza toppings. But if you go to Italy and you go to places where there's tourists, they'll put nearly fucking anything on pizza if it makes some money. It's a really weird thing, isn't it? It's like a sandwich can have anything in it, really, that you can think of, but people get a bit precious about pizza toppings for some reason. Sweet corn on a pizza is really good. I really, really like it personally. I think it's great. On console there is no fuel symbol on the boat. There might be, V-Rod. But that little yellow symbol that you see, if the fuel was higher, it just wouldn't be there. So it can be completely blank, and then after a while a little yellow fuel symbol comes up. So if it's got plenty of fuel in, there's no fuel symbol on this either. Now it might be that all the ones you find have got fuel. Sweet corn's great. I really like it. It gives a little bit of texture and a little bit of sweetness, funnily enough. You know, it works really well. And it kind of sinks into the cheese and the tomato sauce and whatnot. It's just all unctuous. I don't eat much corn, no nutrition. Tastes pretty good. It's good with something. Tuna and sweet corn sandwiches being a good example. My clothes are dry. Where am I headed? I'm going island hopping. So there's some islands over here. We're heading to the islands. So the dynamic containers spawn on the far... So the side of the island that faces towards the main land doesn't spawn containers. They only spawn on the side that faces away. Is the boat giving me the heat buff? I've had it work, like where the boat retains my heat buff. And then other days I've had it where it doesn't retain my heat buff. So I don't really know yet. But the boat isn't giving me the heat buff. No, I already had it. They have no inventrix, the boat. I'm going to go to the small island after we're going to start with this one and then go to the next two. It's possible these might be all the same island, but... One of the main nutritional benefits of sweet corn is its high fibre content. As we know, dietary fibre is important for our health. It aids digestion, it can decrease the risk of heart disease, strokes, type 2 diabetes and bowel cancer. On top of that, high fibre helps you stay fuller for longer. That's what Google says. Well, there you go. That says a bit more than it's got no value, no nutritional value. I think a lot of people, what they do is they eat sweet corn and then they see it the next morning and think, well, that's not done anything, has it? I think that's the truth. They think it's not being digested, none of it. But we don't. Let's not go down the. I'll have you know that I'm actually a scientific nutritionist, and I can tell you for a fact that it's just sweet corn's fine, or it's not. Who gives a shit? Bro's gonna crash his boat defending the nutritional value of corn. Well, I was reading someone's post. I didn't go and Google it, did I? I think that's the funniest thing I've just read. That's the funniest thing I've read today. The kernels coming out are not filled with corn, they're filled with shit. It's fucking hilarious. That's the funniest sentence I've read this year, I think. Like, when has that sentence ever been used? The kernels coming out are not filled with corn, they're filled with shit. That is brilliant. That is brilliant. I think this is all one island. I think. And it goes down to that other one there. Parsley doesn't add anything to it. I disagree. So somebody else has probably parked that boat here. Shit. That's my 20 past 1 alarm. I don't know if that boat's been left there or if it's spawned. It's kind of hard to tell. Parsley has to go in right at the end, right? And I'm not, if you don't want it and it's not for you and it's not for where you're from, I don't, that's fine, you know, I'm not trying to, but if you put the parsley in with the like the egg and cheese and just like stir it around and add it right at the end, it definitely adds something to what we have. Like me, the missus and the 2 kids, like only one of the kids prefers it without the parsley, so I have to make it without and then chuck it in after. The recipe I learnt parsley from, and I'm not saying he's authentic Italian, but it was Gino D'Acampo, who is Italian, by the way, but that doesn't mean that it's authentic in any way. Pizza Zero, thank you very much for the support, dude. He's a convicted burglar. Oh, I didn't know that. I am of the belief, though, that if you've done something wrong, you're allowed a second chance, though, depending on what it is. Some things feel a little bit more unforgivable, but some other things don't.
Really enjoying your streams and vids, TRMZ love.
We're not going to start listing those things, by the way, just as a heads up.
I don't know what to do with my new Liverpool club knowledge. Is odd for an Australian who doesn't watch it.
Container there. Mr. Matthews, thank you very much for the support. Crank, thank you very much as well. Pizza02, thank you very much. Cheers for the resubscribings and things. I think I'm going to have just about enough time to get to this container, and then I might try to leave the boat somewhere vaguely safe, and we might have to disappear. It'd be cool if this had a DMR in it, wouldn't it? That was the whole point of the quest today, was to find a DMR. How cool would it be if the first container had one? Oops. Come on. Look, is this container? It's a lot further away than I thought. Oh, there it is. Bang in front. I wish they'd just left these ice sheets just a touch further away, mostly. They get so close to the water that you can't navigate around the edge of the land. You really need a little channel. It would be so cool if there was a guaranteed few feet more here and there. We need a little bit more beachfront property. drive the boat like I drive a car. Well, the boats are a lot harder to drive than a car, which to me means you're a terrible driver. This is much better. This is cool, this amount of space. Fucking epic. It's been looted. Oh no. That sucks. So there's nothing in it and somebody's already been there. Kind of crazy considering we've not seen hardly anyone all day and then we go to somewhere in the middle of nowhere and someone's been. I was thinking about leaving it here, but I don't think it's wise. I think we better move it. That blue boat is going to be it's going to be a player's, isn't it? I know boats actually spawn on here, so I know it's a player's, but I mean it's a recent player's. Like, there are no rubber boat spawns on these islands, so if you see one, you know it's been left by a dude.
Just booked Gran Canaria for next year. Hope you enjoy the break. TRMZ LUV.
Very nice. Very nice. I was reading up about the crime levels in Gran Canaria earlier, trying to work out whether I should take my Casio or take my another watch. I'm thinking Casio. I don't think it's too bad. I don't think it's certainly not like London, let's say, but I think it's the bits where people go out for drinks in the evening and stuff. There's quite a lot of crime, quite a lot of like burglary and stuff. Which is the same for any tourist place ever. All power will do. Oh, come on. I need to get round to the back of the island. There's protests in Gran Canaria over tourism, is there? That's not something I knew. I doubt there'll be many protests in November, will there? I know there's been some protests in some of the places. I hadn't read anything about protests on Gran Canaria. I'm not saying you're wrong, I just hadn't read about it. I find it strange, those kind of things, though, because, like I don't live there, so I'm not qualified to know, but the Canary Islands make pretty much all of their money from tourism. Without tourism, they're fucked. So, just like the last one, if there's going to be a container, it's going to be on this side of the island. Doesn't look like there is a container. Nope. Really annoying that one had been looted. It sucks. Right, guys, I've got to stop and take the missus to a hospital appointment, and then I'm hopefully coming back and going to carry on ideally with a
running.
boat that's not been stolen. So we shall see. Hopefully my boat will still be there. I will be back hopefully about 4 o'clock, but maybe a bit later. It might be more like 5 o'clock, so 2.5 to 3.5 hours. Cheers for coming in, guys. Really appreciate it. Diogo, Joker, Panos, thank you very much for the support.
Ads be gone. Guy and gals don't want any ads while Mr. TRMZ works his magical entertaining skills. Use Prime Sub.
Gammy, thank you for using your Prime Sub and the advert. Yeah, Prime Subbing. Thank you. I'll be back in a few hours. Take it easy, guys. Thanks a lot for coming in. I'll catch you on the other side. Have a good one. Love you. Bye.